Okay, we are live. Sunburnt Steel in a chat log that I am to figure out how to bring us to the other room.
Scroll. Yep. Well, hello. Um,
Mhm.
I
last
think
time we learned that the missions aren't as clear cut as I would have liked.
There we go.
So we're trying a little bit harder on the missions. But I think the the salient points to catch up.
Oh, we're gonna die.
We yes,
We're dead.
we picked a scheme that we wanted to work on. All of the schemes have a mission. Um,
Oh,
that they
as a
start
GM, I
with.
saw the GM notes.
Oh right, I need to read the player.
I saw that I could see them. I did not read them.
I didn't.
They're not
I just heard what you
very in
said, and
depth
my mind
or
was
really have
switched.
much information. It was just jotting down how I thought the scheme would go. Um. Anyway, we're doing a scouting mission, and the part about that was confusing for me. We talked a little bit at the end of last session about what we how missions are supposed to be set up, and it made sense before I went back and checked, but y'all were saying that we need to be doing more of like the shadow runny, we plan out ahead of time. And I heard that, and then that falls apart immediately with the mission we picked because it's a scouting mission. If we spend the whole time
Scouting to
pre-planning
scout.
for the scouting mission, why are we doing the scouting mission?
That's fair.
So it's like, yeah, we're supposed to be doing more in the missions and planning them out more, but also they have broken the missions down into so specific of chunks.
Makes sense.
Um, so I think they're just going to go a little bit faster than the game wants them to.
and
Is
we
really
maybe
all I.
pad the time in between with NPC stuff for downtime, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, we just need to consider that like the game says it takes 3 sessions to do a mission, but they've broken the missions up into tiny little bite-sized pieces where there's the scouting and then the espionage and then the murder. And those are supposed to take 9, but really they're probably going to take 3.
Yeah, I have a difficult time figuring out how that 3-step process is taking 9 sessions.
But that's how that is by the book. So,
I could see the
I have
murder and espionage, but not the scouting.
Yeah,
Depends what's being scouted, but yeah.
yeah.
it
So
might
we're
also depend
gonna
on how long people's missions are, but
yeah. Anyway, the mission that we have picked, is scouting. The stupid scheme title I gave it is for Guns for Good. It is a local scheme happening in the Hedge District. Uh, I have a thing for that. Yeah. Um.
Oh right,
Yeah.
I need to make
And
an overlay that we can actually see the 20 screen. I can do
yes,
that
my
later.
amazing
That won't take long.
roll 20 art. But
I
yeah,
think there might also be a handout with a little bit more details, but I don't know if you're going with those.
we have a handout. Yes. Oh, it is filled out. Show to players.
Want to just read it? Because again, we kind of lost the archive over session 0, and this won't take long to read, I think.
Yeah. Um. So the Hedge District is one of the neighborhoods we built in session 0. The box text goes: the Hedge District is a mess. When the Excalibur Cooperative pulled back after the last invasion, the Emerald Ship, they did
Didn't
not take all
they?
of the they did not take all of their low-level soldiers with them, meaning that this is now an area filled with people who aren't so happy to be here, plus normal criminals. Um, there's some gangs and such. The one that the fact I don't see that I was really hoping we saw was a fixer, because that would be who set you up. I think those are neighborhood specific too, but
Yeah, I think each one's
someone
supposed to have
from
like
this,
3.
yeah, one of these fixers has reached out via crime Craigslist or whatever it was
Crimes list.
No, we
Like,
got banned from crimes list.
You got banned from
got-
the good ones, and now you're on the
Yeah,
free one
we're,
that they
we're
just
stuck
kind
on
of
the
put.
crimes list. We got banned from like
Yeah.
I don't know the equivalent of Facebook Marketplace. What's the slightly better version?
Yeah. Anyway, a local religious organization is holding a gun drive. They're specifically citing they're concerned about the rise of vengeful ghosts in the Hedge district as a result of all the fighting, and they want to put on an anti-ghost gun drive.
Makes perfect
Um,
sense.
Which leads me into the thing I want to talk about: ghosts, spirits. I'm just gonna call them ghosts because I think that fits for the setting more than like spirits without the additional magic part. But same difference. Um, the game has some inbuilt concepts about spirits and ghosts, but not a whole lot. Other than, hey, look, we have ghost rules. So it has
What
rules
does-
about what ghosts can do and like how you summon them. But that's about it. So I wanted to talk about. I didn't want to override any of like the book's rules about ghost powers and stuff, because that would be silly when we're trying to like actually see what it has for it. About like these are the powers. So if I was to build a spirit to use against you, I would use the same like these are the list of powers it has, because that's what we're doing for ghosts. But I want to talk about them more generally. Can we all see ghosts? Where does that fall?
Oh, as far as,
I'm
like,
gonna
if you
can
go
see
a
with
spirit?
Zen.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Spirits have two forms they can take: physical or spirit form. In spirit form, they are still visible, but they're intangible and unable to directly affect anything. Unless they have a specific power that they can use to manipulate things.
I do like reading the spirit form though. I do like specifically they can't go through walls, but they can go through liquids.
Yes. So you can send your ghost underwater and it's fine, but it still has to open a door.
And rattle it ominously.
Obviously.
As I've been reading through this, I took it to be more of the animist spirit. These are not dead people. These are, the spirit of that desk over there. That kind of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All spirits have an intrinsic nature that determines how they act and interact. There are no solidly defined definitions for any of that. It's just, if you have a spirit of trees, it does tree things and does things that trees would like. Vaguely.
So would that mean that we have a difference then between spirits and ghosts if both of these things are?
As a summoner, spirits are spirits. There's no such thing as ghosts.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what they all say.
So
if we're doing a mission with ghosts, it's a haunted story.
I think we're gonna put the line at then. Spirits are what
Spirits are
you call spirits. Spirits are like more magically powered. Ghosts are the ones that have summoned themselves. They are not quite the same. They follow the same rules template. So you can banish a ghost, but
I dig it.
they're going to be a little bit weirder, and they called themselves. Something happened that made them exist, whether that is a person died and their lingering magical power
to this plane that isn't
their lingering magical power made them a ghost, or someone took magic and shoved it into a radiator long enough that the radiator gained spiritual powers.
Or bloodthirsty vengeance. It could be bloodthirsty vengeance.
Yeah, I'm imagining the panda spirit from Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's mad because the forest got cut down, and that's why it's attacking the
that would be a ghost
village.
under those rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
If someone like called it, it would be a spirit.
So is
Yeah.
it a matter
I think
of
spirits
ghosts
are
along the
cleaner.
line?
I think it's that spirits are cleaner because spirits are called from a specific thing, and
Are
ghosts are more Play-Doh. Like it's
Are ghosts
a few spirits that have been.
are ghosts generally known to be real, or are they something that, oh yeah, no, ghosts don't exist? Do people generally even think spirits exist? Is there a difference between ghosts and spirits in that way? I think that spirits seem like they're more generally, yeah, the shaman's doing something over there. Obviously, that spider wasn't there yesterday. But do people tend to believe in ghosts?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because like in like Shadowrun, for example, it's to the point where there's corporate mages as a standard thing.
Mhm.
But I don't
I'd-
know.
What is the
I'd like-
rule to be a summoner? What
You gotta
is?
take it
I
as
understand
character.
the character creation role is that you picked it, but what is the in-game rule? What is the line? What is the thing you need to be a summoner?
I mean, like setting wise.
Yeah.
I think yeah.
Does require ritual summoning to an extent, so there is some knowledge base to it. It's probably, it's probably a reaction or a manifestation of climate change.
I see it.
The entire
So the
world.
Earth is dying, and we're siphoning off the dying energy of the
It's the
planet to
ghost.
summon
Yeah,
spirits.
it's the ghost of nature.
It's like
in
it
a
is
way.
like Heibai. It's a matter of all of nature,
At
all
least
of
more
climate change
agitated
is
spiritually.
really, really ticked. So everything is coming alive with a spirit
Mhm.
nowadays.
Relatively speaking.
I was gonna. My idea was that the summoners you have to have died to be a summoner. You had to have. That was my other thought. But climate change powered spirits.
How does a person connect with climate change?
Yeah.
Being out in the wilds, man, the wilderness.
You have to have like a
only hobos are summoners because they live out in the elements.
I was gonna say, do you have to have like a spiritual journey to realize how the world used to be versus how it is now, in order to connect with the spirits?
I think if we're going for the climate change, you have to listen for the rage in the oceans and in the mountains and in the sea and
You have to
in
know
the
the name of
breeze.
the wind.
Yeah,
Perfect.
but
So
only anger, really, only the anger of the
this is
world.
like the that Dragon Prince episode kind of thing.
Yeah, you have to connect with the dying of the earth, and then you can call upon the same powers.
Mhm.
Yeah, being a summoner is so emo.
I'd call it more trippy.
all right. Is summoning making the earth die faster?
That's
I think it's.
We're already past that point.
I don't think it's making the earth die faster. I think you become. It's tricky to say because it's a loaded term, but you become an eco warrior, right? And not in the sense that you are an environmentalist, in the sense that you are able to point the tools and weapons of the natural world at things.
George ruined.
Your Captain Planet is what you're saying.
Yeah, but Captain Planet includes the cars that live on the planet and the smog on the planet. You can summon the element of smog.
Yes, you can.
Yep.
Smog, but not
Ever
Smaug.
since Gen 8,
Yeah.
poison has been a valuable type.
With a high enough level, I do think you can summon Captain Pollution as well.
Captain Pollution.
I mean, all I'd need is.
Is that a real thing?
Well,
That
it
feels
would
like
have to have
could be a real
violent
thing from,
will.
like, one episode that had an anti-Captain Planet.
Yeah, Violet Will, Aura of Pollution.
I feel like you need
is
to
a
put
named
microplastics in there.
character.
Out of
Okay.
microplastic.
Yeah, probably an alarming amount, like the highest physical form, because I do think he body slams Captain Planet through a landfill.
And you'd need to be at least level 9.
All right,
Okay,
that was
so
the ghost
we've
talk.
established the ghosts. So
Yeah.
I'm guessing ghosts are not that common. Then
I
most spirits we
don't
see
think
would
so.
be summoned. That's the default.
Yeah, summon's more common.
Okay.
And even then,
it's
probably not
heard
terribly.
about, but not. It's not something you'd see every day on the street. So, like, you're not going to go to a construction site and see strong spirits like lifting heavy equipment. You might see one if the corp company is willing to shell out the money for one of their like rare summoners to help out with the project. Guessing.
Yeah, I think it's
summoners are
rare,
kind
and
of
there's like
antithetical to the corporate ethos.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
yeah. I mean, anybody could be bought. It's
yeah.
shadow. It's cyberpunk, but
we did
yeah,
go
nature
with the
can be
world.
bribed, apparently.
there's probably some summoners that have gone consultancy.
Yeah. You bribe them with a conservatory. That's what you do.
Ghosts are my only magic system to play with here. All right, so I'm trying to work in the magic.
We also have your like strange mutant bioships. Remember that?
Yeah. The weird arcs. But that feels like when you want to change something up in the setting,
like a
you
campaign
crash.
changer.
Yeah, you crash one of those bad boys into wherever you need to be, and we have changed the game. And then you have season 3 after that, where you then take the arc as a giant pirate ship, and you do high seas cyberpunk.
Just keep giving
that's
us
when
ideas.
That's when you shift to Ashes Without Number. Now on Kickstarter.
Excellent.
Crawford, I'll take $5 now, please.
Yeah. Yeah, the new game is how big of a cannon can you build to put on top of the yacht to then take out mega cities.
So we have a mission.
Yeah.
It's to scout out a place.
Yep. Yes, we are scouting out the Hedge District to find a nice spot for a anti-ghost gun drive. So I do think we start with the meeting with the unnamed fixer. We're not doing like a real scene, but we got to talk about it a little bit to see if there was any specific information you wanted to glean, and also kind of just to figure out how that went down. You're not meeting in the Hedge District, but what innocuous restaurant do we think?
Ooh, someone else
you
give
were
the idea, but
summoned
I'm
too.
going to add it to our chain businesses. Our
Ooh,
list
yes.
of chain businesses. Oh, Indigo, can you make the chain businesses list editable by anyone?
Yeah. It's just called businesses.
Yeah, I think we only have one chain within it. We also have we have emerald sips and baddie boxes.
Yep.
Neither of those are good cafes. Let's see.
No. The two like fast food restaurants I've come up with are Wolfman Burger and Donut Dog.
I was gonna say maybe like Mort's, like just like one of those like single first name chain restaurants, except it's it's Mort or something that isn't a common name at all, and it's kind of strange.
I like Mort, but it's in an old mortuary.
I must share what my random cafe name generator came up with. So
Java the Cafe.
Java
That's
the Hut.
cutting it too close. We don't want to mess with the real cyberpunk corporation.
You don't want to mess with the mouse.
Yeah, I don't want to cease and desist from some
Swear to
fucking
God, if we ever
pedophile
get
rodent.
cease and desist.
That's copyright.
Jeez.
But yeah, so we're meeting at a
If I didn't have a cold.
mortuary turned cafe. They did not redecorate. People are just sitting in coffins.
You pull out the drawer, and that's the table.
Yep.
No, it's the display room where they have the fancy coffins.
Where they keep the
That-
pies.
Yeah.
Those freezers still work, dude.
Yeah. It's a new trend for businesses
All the
selling
servers are
stuff out
wearing,
of
like-
places they shouldn't be sold out of.
All the servers are wearing lab coats, like white doctor's coats, and
Yeah, they do have an operating machine, not an operating machine, but they do have a formaldehyde like
Oh, an embalming machine.
cycler. Yeah, an embalming machine, like a fully functional one, just set up still.
It's
Sure,
how they
that's
you're
pour the
like
wine.
they're like smoothie machine, or
Yeah,
They pour
it's
the
the
drinks out of
gimmick.
it.
The trend is that you sell things out of the wrong store. So there is
that
shoe
is.
store pizza
I
spots.
buy that for style. Yeah, that would be a trending style.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to know if we want to install some cyberware, could we actually go here?
You gotta bring your own doctor. They only have baristas. But otherwise, yeah.
No, all of these baristas have MDs, but they can't find any jobs.
Yes!
There's no jobs for doctors.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't
So
know
ever
if that's
since
ever
the
been the case in history.
ever
but-
since the auto surgeon was invented,
Oh,
no one
okay.
can
Yeah,
afford a
never mind.
real doctor.
Good old Autodoc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a list of treatments, and you basically
turns out
WebMD which
the
one
level-
you need, and
yeah.
you pray and poke, and that's healthcare.
Once the level 3 heal skill plug became cheaper than a medical degree, no one got one anymore.
Yeah, it made them entirely useless.
You can't
why
just
they're all
download a
baristas.
doctorate.
You can with a skill plug, you can.
Yep.
The beautiful thing is that it was saying in there, like, yeah, skill plugs of level 3 or above, there's this rumor that in order to get a level 3 skill plug, you have to dismember and take out the gray matter of someone who actually has that skill. So in order to get those level 3 skill plugs,
Level 2's
we
fine.
found out where all the
You
doctors
only need
went.
level 3's for like specialist surgeons and stuff. Level 2's fine for a family doctor.
It just makes that level 3 stab skill plug real hard to get.
Yeah. I'll look anyways.
You'll never get a level 3 shoot. They'll never get close.
We might need to
Alright.
start asking questions once we defeat certain enemies. Like, if we,
What's his skill level?
yeah, get our like biopsy machine to just start.
Which organ do they keep the hit points?
Yeah,
It's
The
gonna turn
correct
into the
answer
new.
is you just behead everyone and afterwards figure it out.
It's gonna turn into the new. Is this guy desperate or perhaps down on his luck in some way?
is this guy? Does this guy have a +3 skill anywhere?
This guy +3?
Yeah, but you meet we never see their face, but because the camera is just behind their head, and they're obviously wearing a black
I was
fedora.
gonna say they might have been wearing a Halloween mask that fits with the mortician like thing.
Oh, I was gonna say they work at this place. It's their day job. They are one of the more.
So just your
I like
server,
that, yeah.
just your server
Yeah.
comes up to the coffin you're all squeezed in, apparently.
Yep.
Or sitting on as a bench prop. That makes more sense. The server comes up and is just telling you about the details of this mission.
Like, thanks for coming to
Um,
my day job, guys. I really appreciate it.
And
I couldn't
when
get the
somebody,
shift off.
waves them down trying to get water, they just leave.
Yeah, they
and
have to
come
leave
back.
partway through to go deal with other customers and then come back with our food to finish
Yeah.
up the job. Finish up.
I knew we should have not have just sold the coffin. I knew we should have just took the stars.
Yeah,
Right.
so they. Yeah, you get briefed. They want to set up like a convention booth size table. They're going to be passing out anti-ghost guns. I haven't quite figured out what that looks like, but I'm assuming it looks like a pistol with a cross like glued to the front. Like that
Whether or
one.
not it does anything, we'll...
There's just like water pistols with a cross glued to the front, so it becomes holy
basically.
water when it sprays.
No, but they shoot bullets.
Oh,
Bullets still.
ghost. Okay.
I looked up the spirit rules. Energized weapons do affect spirits, so it is just like uranium on like actively irradiating uranium rounds or something horribly dangerous.
You see, I'm
Like
imagining
they
the like
100% can kill a person too. That is the point that needs to be clear.
So with the spirit
They wanna
rules,
give these
bullets
away.
specifically don't hurt spirits. You can punch a ghost.
Yeah, everyone
Unarmed
can punch a
attacks.
ghost. That is not
Everyone
a
can
power.
punch a ghost.
Excellent.
hold on. This is what I'm imagining.
That's
the gun
the
they're selling.
Thor Ragnarok scene where the guy threw the rock at Loki and was
Yeah.
just like, yeah.
Spirit
Jump off,
forms can
ghost.
only be harmed by unarmed attacks, fire, or other energies. Those are the three things that hurt them.
So is
I'm
radiation one
assuming-
of the other energies?
Yeah, we're gonna call it
Lethal
radiation. I
doses
think
of
counts.
radiation?
So
It's
not
double-
depleted uranium, actual
No,
uranium.
actual uranium. No, it's or more likely Fiestaware packed in a buckshot shell.
I'm
So,
not sure I
what's
want
the
to be
company
participating in this job. What organization is this?
What was the company that did these are failure weapons, and what are they trying, and are they involved in this in any way?
Oh, Sanctified Combine?
Yeah. Like,
Maybe not. I
See,
think
I
we know
was-
where the guns came from. Whether
I
or
was
not
just
that the
imagining it's gel blasters, but they're dipped in holy water, so they still shoot.
So
The
Sanctified
organization-
Combine has been making a bunch of failures in their bid to take over the market. So there's probably a bunch of ghost guns out there, literal guns for ghosts, ghost guns
Yeah.
that don't work at all.
Yeah.
We're not really sure. They look like real guns. But yeah, the organization is the Church of the Resting Dead. They're a newer organization, really focusing their efforts in the Hedge District. They want to take down the vengeful ghosts from all the violence in the area
By giving away guns.
by arming those fearful of the dead.
so, the hacker gang, the neighborhood who is trying to already succeed from the city, and the enemy, like, soldiers in the district. They figure that those scared people of the ghosts should probably have more
We're
weapons.
neglecting the most important question, though. How much are they paying?
Yeah, how do we get paid?
The pay is the same as it always is. There
Well,
is
It's level 2, so I think it's double what it was last time.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Let's go to the pay
20K
table. get
is
this-
level 2 base payout.
Yep.
All right. And if we pick up anything on the way in our scouting mission, we can get more?
So they want us
If you
to
get
like
extra loot, you can get bonus money for that.
What kind of, I think, what kind of place are they looking for?
Some place where they're gonna get a decent amount of foot traffic. Some place where they're not gonna have to worry about their faithful servants getting eaten by ghosts.
looking
about
for, like,
blown
consecrated
up?
ground.
Yeah.
So no problems about, regular violence, just the ghost kind.
Well, yeah,
Nobody
they would
talks
like
about
their
the ghost on ghost violence.
yeah, ghost violence is a major concern, but
Like
there
80% of ghost-related deaths.
but the real problem with ghost on ghost violence isn't the ghost death. It is the winning ghost absorbing all of the ghost power from the other ghost and then leveling up.
Oh my god, the ghosts are just player characters.
Yeah. That is actually the second campaign we're doing is Ghost About Town, where vengeful
If any of us
ghosts
die, we might come back as ghosts.
Yeah.
This
You
reminds me
know,
of
a
what
safe
before.
place to set up a booth with foot traffic and
So do you want us just to drive around the war zone till we
I'll see
find
if there's
you a
any local
spot?
events going on that you could
Vapor
like.
looks at this like MD server fixer aghast and says, "Have you been there?"
I went to the Fall Fest last year.
In the war zone.
Yeah, and they pull up their sleeve and they have a bullet wound.
Like showing it off like a tattoo.
Yeah. Everyone got shot at the Fall Fest.
Yeah, that was the entry
That's-
fee.
I think
You take a
Vapor just like actually nods and like.
Welcome to Fall Fest. Bam.
It made the pumpkin it made the giant pumpkin contest less fun, admittedly.
pumpkin carving with Gatling guns.
But much faster.
That is why most people got injured. It wasn't because of violence, it was because of the Gatlin pumpkin carving contest.
Yeah, it turns out putting all the pumpkins in a circle and having you, didn't
Been around.
work out well.
I mean, sure, we'll drive around the war zone to find you a
It's not
pop-up
a
spot.
it's not a war zone. It is a former war zone.
No,
Mm.
it's a current war zone
is-
known
is
for
just-
extreme violence.
There's no active war happening. There's just a bunch of street violence
Yeah,
happening.
it's a skirmish zone at best.
Best.
Vapor says she's gonna stay back and research from a distance if possible. Might be
How
able
do
to
you
route it.
research scouting?
I don't know.
You're
Search the
getting in
internet.
the car and you're looking around also, because if it's just me in the car, I'm gonna get jacked and or killed.
Anyway, this is your time to do any of those research rolls before we
Yeah.
cut to everyone in the car on the way there.
Yeah, no, Vapor
But
tries to
yes,
get out of it and tries to just doesn't want to go, but I think she gets dragged in anyways.
you are allowed, if you want to do any pre-going there,
Yeah, you figure out a
research
route,
or
which is
internet stuff, now is the time we do the, like,
Yeah.
go
Okay.
back to the Bat Cave or
the
wherever.
legwork.
Yeah, I go back to the nearest internet cafe that's like across the street from here or something, and I just start there.
Oh, it's upstairs.
Upstairs. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's the hospital themed internet cafe instead of the morgue themed restaurant.
Yeah. They do give you banana bags, like those vitamin
Man, you
IV
get the game for
bags.
so long up there.
Perfect.
That's the whole idea. They have skimpy nurses' outfits and banana bags, and I don't know, what's a level 0 phlebotomist skill plug cost? It's not expensive.
That is find the vein. That's what the skill plug is.
Yeah. That's all they need.
It's like if you're gonna use needles, you might as well use them safely and skillfully. So I'm gonna go research.
Yeah. You have a skill for that? What are you looking up?
I'm gonna use my no skill. I'm going to. I think in this case, I'm gonna find out in that area who are the most likely organizations to oppose this setup. Like who are gonna be the people who are gonna show up and not want guns for good. Though I hesitate on the name to be there. Who will come
Before you search, just my common sense answer is anyone that doesn't want a weird church going into town handing out guns that can very well shoot people
okay, who's
too.
most likely to rob them of all their guns then? Because that's what I think is going to happen.
That's the role.
Okay.
to do like digging through the newspapers.
Yeah. Okay. So I have leveled up since before, and that increased a few things. My int is up to +2, and my no is +1, so I'm rolling +3 combined. And I think that's everything. Okay. Can switch the overlays so we can see things. with an 11.
So 11's good, right?
Yes.
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 It's 2d6, right?
2d6. Yeah, 6
Yeah.
is the minimum standard what you still need to roll, and most things vary between 6 and 10. Very difficult things go up to like 13, as I've seen.
Yeah. So 11's good. There is a, I guess, petty theft ring called the Blue Spiders, that is of concern if you were gonna set up a booth handing stuff out. They are known to pick up Snickers bars from the line in 7-Eleven and not pay for them.
Those monsters.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're
And
taking trips when we fill up for gas.
yeah. You have heard, though, you do a little bit deeper dive, and you did hear some wild rumor that their headquarters does have a giant Scrooge McDuck pile of money. And you know this because they film videos of all
They
of
show
them
it
in
off.
their cool blue spider outfits with everyone posted up on their giant Scrooge McDuck pile of money. They're likely to disrupt if there's something being handed out. Like, they're going to show up in plain clothes like 7 different times and get as many free things as possible.
Yeah.
So that they're a concern. The other local games don't seem like they're going to be the biggest of concerns, but then again, you're not really sure who or what the Church of the Resting Dead are really all about.
Related follow-up question: how do I know how to recognize a member of the Blue Spiders?
Their varsity jacket with a spider on it in the back that's blue.
Spider
right.
school.
Varsity jacket
Identifying
it is.
people in
Oh.
this, to be fair, identifying people in this setting, not hard.
That's fair, yeah, with style and
Style is an
everything.
important point.
Yeah.
If you're part of a crew, you rep. You got
Yeah,
you're
that
in
makes
uniform. Much like Team Rocket, all Blue Spider members do own the varsity jacket with the black varsity jacket with the blue stripes down the like on the trim and the big blue spider on the back and their cool blue spider name across the shoulder blades.
You see, the top members have gotten the added limbs added for over their shoulders, and
And then the top members
painted
that
them blue.
don't, yeah.
That's not my kind of Spider-Verse.
Not in my Spider-Verse.
Yeah, and yeah, the nano slicers all have the single band eye visor.
Theirs have
Yeah,
like spider
like
eyes.
laser sunglasses kind of thing.
Yeah, they all have the same laser sunglass. Everyone is in uniform at any given
Perfect.
point.
So everyone's just
Style's important.
yeah, everyone's in various like Team Rocket-esque obvious outfits.
Yeah. You never again need to wonder, is someone a criminal? Yes, they have a crime
Yeah,
t-shirt.
they're not allowed in unless they scream it from their clothes at all times. I love it.
I guess my question could be, I could try to figure out what is the people who hired us' deal. Like what's their shtick other than giving people free guns?
What do they get out of it?
Yeah.
How are you going about looking this up?
I am, just canvassing the street using my hotness to talk
Just
to people.
pulling people over and flashing your abs
hey.
to make them stop, and then you ask them, "What do you know about this church?"
I'm
Get a few wolf
bar crawling.
whistles.
I'm hitting all the bars. I'm just getting like, have you heard of these church people? Like, what's their deal, man? I heard they like
All
giving
right.
people guns.
Give me a I don't know with charisma. What is the skill
can
roll?
I just talk people up? Like, I have talk.
Yeah, talk with charisma.
Cool.
Or unless you're doing something else.
No, I'm just
You're
being
relying
hot.
on hotness. It's charisma.
Oh,
8.
I am hot, but
Yeah. The obvious point about this church is that they're very anti-ghost. They have somehow decided ghosts will end the world. They're
It's
radically
ideological.
anti-ghost. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any
Um,
other corporations or, sects out there where anti-ghost is a minor line or something that they could have splintered off of? Or
Like, what's their
You know,
history?
they're a more recent, up-and-coming
The
religious
grassroots.
organization. Yeah.
That's roots.
So what we mean is the megacorp sponsors are very well hidden.
Yes, they seem to have come into a lot of money for such a niche cause very quickly.
Yeah, these are probably expensive guns with the uranium in them.
Damn AstroTurf hippies.
Yeah, their members are very well armed and very somber looking. Almost as if they get stationed in random graveyards across the city every night.
But what are the graveyards actually? If they're graveyard themed.
They get
theaters?
stationed anywhere there's a significant number of bodies.
Ah, okay.
There you can find more
So
recently
anywhere.
around the city. Yeah, they just kind of stand there and watch the bodies all night.
All right, that's the most creepy thing so far in the setting that has literal
Yeah.
ghosts.
And cadaver watch. Like
Yeah,
Yeah, that is their public
yeah.
side.
Grave
It does appear
watchers.
it does appear they're taking a different approach in the Hedge District with this mission, trying to really stir up the populace to take on the burden, probably due to safety, where their members are uncomfortable hanging out there all night. Now they've decided to take a different approach.
You guys like shooting each other
How
with
many of
guns,
them
right?
had
How
to
about you shoot
die?
ghosts with guns? This is the
Outsourcing
how do you
the
do,
labor.
fellow kids of arms dealing. Okay.
Yeah, and
Before we leave the cafe, I would like to make the pitch that if they are so worried about ghosts with guns, can I have a ghost killing gun, please?
oh yeah, that was included in the mission. So you have a sample in case you need to convince anyone in town that this is for real.
How much is it to buy a Geiger counter?
Not very. I'm sure that's a
might
standard
actually be
app on
here.
a phone, actually.
Okay, perfect.
Wait,
Oh.
I think they might have Geiger counters.
Oh, is there actually a listed
Oh
equipment?
no!
Okay. That might be
I
in
typed Geiger and I got
Crawford,
one hit.
Ashes Without Number. It's an apocalypse. We need a Geiger counter. That's like a sub-genre of apocalyptic fiction.
I mean,
So-
it's a survival kit. Costs you
Oh, does
100
it come?
bucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
okay.
So a kit is bundles of gear carefully packed for minimal weight. They're toolkits for specific things. So a survival kit would have
yeah,
something like that.
city survival kit in this case, if irradiation is apparently common enough. How much is a survival kit? I'll just buy one.
Like
They're
$100.
$100.
Okay, I'm buying one.
Yeah, it's
I-
$100
I'll happily
for-
store my ghost gun.
It's funny that the survival kit is $100. If you want a gas mask, though, that's $1,000.
Listen, man, they don't make them like they used to anymore.
No, apparently not. Okay. Stowed equipment. I will add
Yeah.
that to my character sheet in the meanwhile.
So I guess I should figure out what ghost guns are.
Not till we shoot a ghost with it.
And that's
Yeah.
how we shoot it. You have to figure it out.
It all right.
So they
Cool.
want a safe place. Do they know at what time they're going to be handing out said guns to the populace? Morning, noon? Should we find something that's safe in the dead of night?
Yeah, you're supposed to make a suggestion as part of the scouting mission. The brief is they want to put on this event, and you're supposed to provide them with a time and a
How
place.
are they supposed to, when do we get paid? What is the actual, if we gave them a time and a place and didn't even go into the neighborhood, how would they know?
Oh, because you need to. This neighborhood has a city government. There's no standing government,
Nope.
But there's predominant government officials. You need to bring them a signed receipt saying they can set up their booth.
We need to go to.
Okay, so we have to talk to the top of every single one of the
Uh,
gang lords. That's
Oh
great.
no!
It's fine.
We
I
gotta
have a
go to the
contact in
fucking
City Hall. I'm sure
HOA.
they'll handle it.
Yeah. You got to get it signed off. Like, they're not, they just don't want to go in there unprepared. So instead
So they're hiring us to do their
criminals.
paperwork. That's what this is, it turns out. Okay.
All of the
Last-
legwork surrounding this gun drive, yes.
The last 3 couriers they've sent have not come back, so I figured, all right, time for a crew.
Well, they sent an email to the government, and they say, "Hey, I want to do this," and then they say, "Where do you want to do it? When do you want to do it? Let us know." And then they
And for
have
some
no
reason-
idea. Google Maps isn't working.
Google Maps doesn't
For
exist.
some reason,
yeah.
the email didn't seem to get through to some people, given that one of the notable groups is the hackers.
Yeah, I suspect going in person is the only reliable, if also least safe way to communicate in that district.
If
Yeah.
people aren't trusting anyone who has tech on them at all, I somehow doubt they're trusting that their emails are not all spam.
Well, we got some work cut out for us. So...
Yeah.
I do actually have an associate in City Hall, if that will help. Should I call them up?
In the Hedge District?
I didn't say where. Just in City Hall in general, according to the rollable tables for generating your associates. But I could say in, like, the... we can read...
Well, we have...
They definitely actually used to live in the Hedge District, so it's possible that they still live there, but, you know, in, like, the local government branch of the Hedge District, which is probably armed to the teeth like a fortress.
Like an embassy.
They're the embassy dealing with the secessionists.
Yeah, exactly. They might actually
Yeah,
have
like the
turrets.
municipal office for that part of town. Like, that feels normal.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, you can call them, I guess.
Yep.
Um,
So I didn't name them. I have just acquaintance 1 and acquaintance 2 here, I think. Oh no, I do have names for them. This is Bianca. City Hall bureaucrat. Used to be in the nanoslicers, but went clean.
Oh, perfect person to ask.
Yep. So, I give them a call. I don't know if we want to have a whole scene or not, but I think,
Yeah, so you call Bianca, you get their VR avatar pop up on your you have don't you have robot eyes or something?
I have robot eyes. I can
Yeah,
and
you have their little VR avatar pop up in your robot HUD. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm picturing a very mean looking dog in a business lady suit.
Sure, if she's a dog person. Doesn't bother
Oh, she's
me.
a former
like, that's her
hacker.
avatar.
Oh,
Yeah,
You can pick anything.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
her VR avatar.
Yeah, VR avatar.
Doberman
It's just an
in a power suit.
anthropomorphic, like...
Yeah, Doberman in a power suit. That's a good one.
Excellent. So, I haven't talked to Bianca since we all escaped the nanoslicers together, and then we kind of went our separate ways.
Yeah, so you know
she's just
Bianca
been on my
now,
friends list.
but you did used to know her as it's a good hacker name.
Dog-themed hacker name.
Yeah, dog-themed hacker name.
I
I don't know.
Uh,
Hellhound or something.
could go with
K9
Hellhound.
works too. Yeah. So you call and you start. I'm assuming barking.
that's just what I just randomly typed that.
You call and you have to stop yourself from immediately going back into the old username or whatever.
Yeah.
You recognize the Doberman. The power suit's new though.
Okay.
It did used to be something much more Like cyberpunk gangster, you just change the outfit.
It used to be more of a Terminator robot suit kind of thing rather
Yeah.
than a okay.
But now it's a business suit because she's professional.
Doberman's lost a few scars, maybe.
Nope.
No,
It's
okay,
exactly the same.
Same like 4 earrings down the ear though.
Yeah.
excellent. So like Vapor still doesn't talk much, but she does talk a bit more. She also would like to make this call privately, like without any of the other player characters around. And she says, Bianca, it's been a while. It's probably been like 3 to 6 months since like they've talked.
Yeah, I mean, you get some like, "Hi, how's it going?" pleasantries. You doing anything? I haven't heard from you in a bit. Kind of
Catching
stuff.
up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vapor is coy. Not coy, but she's mostly like she asks a bit about Bianca and tries to redirect things, and it is quiet about her own life, and not really willing to outright say that she's living on the streets, because I mean she's living in internet cafes. Yeah, but she's like surviving is probably she'll get one word answers like she's surviving, she's getting along, she's doing better. Like she'll leave it vague, say that overall she's good. She has some work, and this is about that. And eventually she will lead things into like the goal of the mission. Vapor looks very uncomfortable. Like she isn't uncomfortable with Bianca directly, but is very uncomfortable with the conversation or some part of it. And so I think at some point when Bianca starts like talking about the past a bit more, and their time in the nanoslicers, Vapor like more forcefully like cuts her off and says like, I need this information, or like rather I'm here on a job and we have someone. Like she gives it a lowdown of like, we need to apply for a permit to for Guns for Good. You probably got their email amongst your full spam folder.
I mean,
For clarity's sake, just is basically the mission, hey, look, we need to talk to the leaders of each of these 3 gangs and get their sign off.
That's probably one way to do it. We also need a location that we could do it specifically.
yeah. The mission, you're, because of the things I wrote, we're going to the place and you're finding a spot, and
Making it safe.
yeah, making it safe to some extent.
Okay.
Yeah, safe relatively speaking. So yeah, I ask this person, like I asked Bianca, what do we need to do for approval for this drive? From the local government, any personal advice, that kind of thing.
Well, she's like, well, you're in luck. The Fall Fest is coming up, so that might be a good time to hold your event. Get a table at the Fall Festival. Although to get a table, you do need signatures from around town.
I have an absolutely brutally dark idea for Fall Fest, which is that it's not about autumn. It's about an extremely disliked person jumping to their death. And it's so dark.
Ooh, no, it's Fall Fest because that's when the seawall fell and they invaded.
Yeah.
That's better. I don't even know
I
if
kind of like
my
that
idea
one
to
a
be...
little bit. Yeah,
I don't think
like
I
the
wanted
fall of
my
the
idea to be
wall.
part of it, but I feel like Fall Fest isn't about autumn. It's about something else.
There's still pumpkins.
It's
Oh,
still
yes.
pumpkins though.
It still happens in September, October. Yeah, that's
I just
fine.
don't think there's a typical like we don't have normal seasons here. We don't know
No.
what autumn is a myth to us. We haven't
Yeah,
seen it in
but genetically
centuries.
engineered genetically engineered super pumpkins are a reality here.
Yeah. I believe that.
So it's celebration of the fall of the wall. It's something sponsored by essentially, what's the name of the people? The Excalibur Combine?
Excalibur Cooperative.
Excalibur Cooperative basically hosts this thing and say, look,
Excalibur
we won't...
Cooperative funded community event in the community they ravaged.
Yeah.
They're trying to get good
Yep.
PR.
Yeah.
they
Look,
left
we
their
won't
PR people
shoot you
behind, too.
today.
Yeah. That
Instead of
sounds like a
whack-a-mole, they have
marketing
whack
like that
the
sounds like a
wall.
corporate war where a marketing person got involved in like the Warfront talks and said, "Okay, here's how we do it."
Anyway, people like it.
Yeah, it's become a thing. I love it.
It's become a thing now. Sometime in October, we have pumpkins.
No, they always have pumpkins because they're genetically modified. You always can get pumpkin spice in this district.
That's why it's always at war.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah,
the
I asked her
suggestion.
what we
You get
need.
for
She
your
mentioned, yeah,
friends.
good idea. There's Fall Fest.
Probably want to talk to the locals to make sure that they're cool with it. Because if they're not cool with it, they'll die.
I mean, we still got paid. If we got them a table, we get paid, they die. It doesn't really matter to us.
You're not here.
Stars. The stars.
Yeah, I asked for recommendations if she had like
Well, the actual
we mentioned the
problem is
blue.
if-
I already knew what the blue spiders, and I asked like, anyone else we should keep an eye out.
Well, you know about the... And, it makes an innuendo the fact that you're both in the other local gang.
Yeah, the nano. I was like, yeah. They after you?
No? It's just the other thing that's in town you should be worried about.
Okay, like Vapor's now gone down to one-word responses again to Bianca as she socially retreats.
Also, the kids with the ATVs, they're still around.
Right. Okay. Thanks. Bye. And then, yeah, full-on series of one-word responses, and then hangs up.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Any other all-terrain violence? Any other places we wanted to check out or think about or discuss before heading down there?
Did my hot boy thing.
Yeah.
So, my second and only other associate, I rolled this, by the way, also used to be in the Nano Slicers, but left and is now an enforcer for a different gang. Probably in
What's
the
the
same
other
district.
gang?
I haven't decided the other gang.
Oh.
It's probably another gang in the same district.
It's all-terrain violence.
I'm going to let Indigo
There's-
decide which gang.
You don't know.
I'm going to call them up next. Their name
All
is
right,
Curtis.
calling someone else. What's this person's name?
Curtis, which I meant to change because I'm
Curtis?
pretty sure that's one of our player characters' names.
That's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spelled
It's-
differently.
Curtis with a C, not a K.
Yep, it's fine. It's totally different.
Yeah. Yeah, so you call Curtis. Curtis does not have a cool VR avatar.
Yeah, Curtis was like one of the Nano Slicers' few muscle. Like they
Yeah.
the few times they needed some in-person stuff, that's what he was one
He's
of them.
got an
He has
eye
a
patch.
default avatar.
Yeah, no, it's a face type shot. But he's got an eye patch. That's new.
Yeah.
That's about otherwise looks the same.
Vapor is more like less friendly, not that she seemed friendly, with Curtis than compared to with Bianca. She's like they don't really reminisce as much. They don't have as much rapport because they didn't know each other as well.
different departments.
Yeah. But I think probably eventually Curtis just runs out of patience with Vapor and is like, okay, you're clearly calling for a reason. What is it? Kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, what are you calling about?
Yeah.
I have to get back. I'm on my 15.
Yeah. Vapor says, I think just explains the situation to him, like, again, guns for good, anti-ghost gun drive, want to set up during Fall Fest in the city from the new church people, the Church of the Resting Dead. Do your people have a problem with that? I don't know who you're with right now, though.
I mean, it doesn't step on our toes, if that's what you're asking. They're not hustling anything else, are they?
We'll check, but right now, no. Who are you with?
That's need to know, Vapor. We not.
Really? Okay. What's good with you? We'll check with some others.
All right. Yeah, pretty unimpressive response, but that's about all that your unidentified affiliated
Yep.
muscle
An
friend.
unknown gang that we might already be checking up with anyways is good with it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Curtis. Always helpful.
Anytime. You can always rely on the same amount of non-information from the muscle.
Yep.
Yeah, he just goes.
Yep. I hang up. I bring this to the
Okay.
group and I say we
As
probably.
you, gonna say, as you turn around, I'm just standing there. Why'd you keep calling my name? I've been standing here for 10 minutes. You haven't looked at me.
My ears are burning.
It's another Curtis
What do you mean? There's two of me
with a C.
again.
Again.
This
Curtis.
happened once before. It wasn't a good scene.
Well, you're nicer than the other one.
All right, let me know if let me know if I show up. I walk away.
Perfect.
Now I want Curtis to fight Dark Curtis.
I feel like Curtis needs to get a fire sword, really.
Fire sword.
Fire specifically.
How are you gonna kill a ghost with that sword?
Is he Beric Dondarrion or something?
I don't need to kill a ghost with a sword. I'm a summoner. I can banish ghosts.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
you can summon your own Dark Curtis if you want to.
Ooh.
It's like
Now, there's
Link
a
summoning
question.
Dark Link.
You can
Does it-
summon your own shadow.
Well,
Does
you can summon a spirit of
have to
something, but you
have-
can decide what its appearance is, right?
Yeah, but I'm wondering if a spirit has to have violent will in order to attack another spirit.
Oh, that is a good question. I think violent will.
Capable of fighting, but will not use mortal arms or armor. What violent will is. Physical form gains a base attack bonus, blah, blah, blah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's about harming creatures, not other spirits. That's
Yeah.
the hitch.
I would guess I would say it does need violent will because other summoned spirits also would take a physical form, and to me would then count as a creature while they're in that way, while they're that,
Okay.
while they're summoned.
Just to put this on the table, I do have a spirit summoned for the day.
Is it obvious to
Okay.
us at all?
No.
Perfect.
Well, cool.
Is it a hat?
No.
Okay.
Do we know about it in character?
No.
No. Yeah, that's fine. The only point I want to bring up is that banishment does cost summoner points.
It does. That's a very
So-
limited resource, and it only does a D8 of damage. per level.
Oh, per summoner skill level.
Yes,
Okay.
which means a D8 of damage because
Yeah.
I'm only level 2. Can't have a second level skill yet.
All right. So,
So
then
I
we
think
should.
as we gather around the car, I've got the PowerPoint thing on here's what our objectives are, except we don't have any way to actually project this. So it's just on the phone that I keep showing around.
And yeah, we're all like trying to squeeze our heads together to see it.
Like, okay, we've got 3 things we need to do. We need to talk to the town hall to actually get the table at Fall Fest. We need to make sure that it's good with the sponsors of Fall Fest, the Excalibur Cooperative. And then we need to make sure that the Blue Spiders aren't going to basically steal all the merch before they get it there. If we can do those 3 things and a signed affidavit of each, I think we've got this mission good. Anyone else see anything missing?
We need a spot, right? Like, I assume Fall Fest is you don't get assigned a table. You say, "I'm bringing a table."
Yeah. But you don't have to worry about bringing the table.
No, but we need to have a spot that they're gonna set up the table at.
Might be giving away more than
I mean, I
guns.
assume right wherever the pumpkin shooting contest is pretty good, right?
Are they spirit pumpkins?
I'm not going to tell
I
you
thought they were
that.
pumpkin
That feels totally unfair.
Vapor says, person brought up they might be giving away more than guns. We should research this drive. See if there's
I don't like that.
What?
the hit point roll.
That HP roll you just did.
Pumpkins. The ghosts of the pumpkins is clearly what it is. Yeah, Vapor says we should check to see if there's not in her words, but in my words, shenanigans with the drive.
All right, who do we do? What, like, do we just talk to our person?
That's the worst possible person to talk to.
But if we're just going to, if our job is to make it so that everyone else thinks that Guns for Good is kosher, we can't exactly ask them why Guns for Good might not be kosher. That's antithetical to getting our job done.
You know what? It's better if we don't know and just lie to everyone that asks.
Until
That's
someone
also
comes
a
up.
valid strategy.
Fine. In character, Vapor's like, fine.
All right, get in the car.
All right.
Cell, I forward you contact details for Bianca. She's the city hall lady in that area. You're probably gonna have a better job navigating the paperwork than I would.
Yeah. I do think you have the bureaucracy skill.
Oh, absolutely.
Paperwork
money.
There is a reason that I've been spending every job with where is the thing saying that we did it?
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
All right, then I think the first thing we probably need is to find that spot. But instead of just driving along around, can we just go straight to the place where the pumpkins are and say, yep, this looks good, or this doesn't look good, it's an active war zone?
I've actively loaded up my cyber deck and prepared defensive hacking stuff, by the way, in case stuff happens to us.
Let me get all my gear.
Generally,
set.
it's like keep all your devices turned off unless absolutely necessary is like rule 1 of coming in here. I have cyberware, so I can't do that. So I
you can't
prepare
shut off your eyes.
Yeah, I like make sure my firewalls are maxed out basically with my own cyber deck.
Yeah, no, given that the last big, notable thing that happened in this neighborhood was the hackers took over cyberware people and killed them all.
To be fair, they killed them with guns. They just froze them with cyberware.
Fair enough. Fine. The nanoslicers took over everyone with cyberware, and someone killed them all.
Yeah, so I'm making sure I don't get hacked.
Cool. All right. So we all pile into the sedan.
The Honda Civic.
Into the Honda Civic. You do notice as you get in, there have been some modifications made to the dash. You notice this because the dash is gone, and there's new things sticking out of the
There's new
hole where the
buttons.
dash used to be, because you didn't fabricate a new dashboard to accommodate his personalizations. You just ripped the dash off and put all the things loosely.
Listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I have fixed one. It's fine. It works.
I
It
look
works.
at where the
Just
glove
don't
box.
touch anything.
Yeah.
I look at where the glove box used to be and ask, "Where are you keeping your registration now?"
The glove box, the physical box that was hanging in the glove box has been removed and now sits on the floor of the passenger
Yeah.
seat.
Mm.
Ah,
Still in the glove box.
So you keep
Yeah.
all your
I
stuff
try
on the
not
front
to
seat
kick it.
anyways, don't you? Right, Stunts?
You know, I hang stuff on the little handles.
So no one sits in the front seat. It's just where your stuff goes, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I have to put
I
some
got
of
to
the front
sit there
seat.
last
You
time.
did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I point at
I automatically take that spot.
I point at a very specific lever and say, "Do not touch that."
I'm not that prone to pulling random levers.
There's also like two weird arms, like folded back by the the steering wheel. They're just folded back.
Yeah. Vapor's staring at the lever, mesmerized from the backseat. She can't reach it, and says, "What does it do?"
You don't want to know.
She looks at you with that same, like, mesmerized look.
It lets me, if I fail a drive check, I could let's proceed to add +1 to the skill check.
Okay, she's bored now.
Yeah. So, yeah, everyone piles in the car. You get about halfway there. Someone needs to stop at 7-Eleven or something. Who needed a snack?
I mean,
What do you
midway
think?
through the 7-Eleven shop, we can't get it anyways because there's been an attack.
I mean, they still have to function. I don't think it's literally every 15 minutes.
Yeah. And this is on the way to the Hedge District.
Imagine, Curtis, you wanted a beer.
Yeah. I go get my traditional on mission fifth of synthahol.
Yeah, pre-mission booze. Yeah, just make it real safe when you pull out that sword. You don't want to carry a weapon sober. That would be outrageous.
Unless someone
It's your spirit for the
follows and
spirits.
catches me. This time I shoplift a package of beef jerky.
Mm. Yes, pumpkins love beef jerky.
It's synth jerky, actually.
Ever since you said what the lever did, now I'm much more interested to try and pull it to see if it does do what you say it did.
Do you try
If it
pull the
makes her
lever?
driving better.
Here's the thing: it gives anyone else a -1 to the drive because they're personalized to me.
So I'm sitting waiting in the car trying not to look at the lever now.
Yeah, you're not. You don't
Is
have
it
to try
bright
not to
red?
look at it because he has to use the lever to operate the vehicle. You're just not sure what it does in relation to the operation of the
Yeah.
sedan.
It's like,
You've
well, your
seen
clutch
plenty
is
of
over there. What is this?
I
What is
think
that
he
even
made it-
for?
He made it a manual transmission from an automatic transmission, and that's the only place he could
I don't
put
even,
it.
there's no way manual would be known to most people in the cyberpunk future.
I don't know.
I don't know, with presumably self-driving and or flying cars, I assume it would be.
I think electric.
True.
Yeah, I feel like
An electric
electric's really the
manual
death knell on
transmission.
the manual. As
Yeah.
long as there's combustion, I think you're gonna have.
Yeah. I assume we're using electric cars. And so, yeah, you've
Yeah,
installed...
or
you
is it
an electric car
you
manual.
have-
Or is it a fission? Or is it a fission reactor?
That's...
If it was a
dangerous.
fission reactor,
It's a
you have to
different kind of
DeLorean.
manual because then you're moving the lever to put the control rods up and down in the reactor.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
When you
Don't
pull the
pull the
lever, it
Geiger
puts all of them up.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hold the Geiger counter out here.
No. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Cars
Listen.
work. Don't ask further
I hear
questions.
a muffled, ticking sound from within my yet unpacked survival kit.
Listen, it makes the car run faster, and we're not going to live long enough to get the cancer.
Exactly.
They have pills for
Yeah,
it now.
or we're gonna get rich enough that you can just pay for treatment easily. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so after your stop at Emerald Sips, you did go through the drive-through this time. So Curtis had to lean over whoever else was in the back seat to yell at the attendant in the window.
I guess I paid for my synth jerky then.
No, you still stole it. You just
I just like reached out as we
the
drove away.
drive-through.
And
You
As,
just
as,
reached
as
out
they
and-
went to go get the thing, you like went in the window and just.
Perfect.
Grabbed it from the next person's order.
Yeah,
I'm not going to take your shoplifting away from you.
perfect.
But we start making our way up. And it gets immediately spookier, and you do see columns of smoke coming up from the hedge district as you approach. That's how you know you're close, because you can see the smoke.
Mm,
Yeah.
See that red glow? That means Wednesday.
What does it glow on
Vapor
Tuesday?
looks like she's
Sort of a
shrinking
blue,
into her chair
greenish
in the
blue.
back seat.
All right, guys. If we go through this fog wall, we can't come back without defeating the boss. Otherwise, we have to go to the campfire.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of which, it's a smog wall. But
It's a smog wall.
Even better. It's
there
like a
is
poison
smog
swamp
wall.
mixed with a fog wall.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
we're going
begin
Dark
making
Souls
your
on this.
making your way towards the smog wall. And it's all spooky like. And can I get the driver?
Yes.
What are your saves?
I have physical, mental, evasion, and luck.
Can I get your luck one?
Oh,
That's
cool.
fair.
Nope.
That's a fail. The smog smogs up your engine, and you get a little. You get to a sputtery stop in the road.
Did you not smog-proof your car? Vapor
My
says like
car
it's the
produces
most.
smog.
Vapor just like sighs like it's the most
I took
basic
the
thing in the
muffler off
world.
my.
Yeah. Like everyone here has smog-proofed cars.
I'm gonna find some scraps and try and just jerry rig it.
Vapor's
if you're
just gonna
gonna step out-
shrink into the back seat and try not to ever exist.
Yeah, you're gonna leave the car to go.
Yeah, are there wrecks
it?
of cars around me?
You see smog.
As you open the door to get out, I reach up, put my hand on your shoulder, and say, "Don't stop here, you idiot. This is bad country."
The car stopped. I cannot make it go.
Mm.
Can you have the spirit of the car drive for me?
Or just push the car? I mean, we could go in on foot if we leave the car somewhere safe.
You come out heavily armed and obvious so no one bothers you. Vapor just sort of says to to the group.
Yep, I have my reinforced long coat with joint reinforcements and my werewolf shotgun is what I'm calling it, the automatic shotgun.
Vapor takes out her pistol and looks like she actually knows how to use it slightly better than before.
All right.
Yeah, I'll
You see
get
a
out
cutter
with you.
flash across your irises as you boot up the skill plug you got.
Yep. To reload,
I get
press reload.
I get out of the car. I refuse to have taken out any of my weapons because that covers me.
Yeah, just keep an eye out. I'm gonna see if I can, bypass the compressor.
In response
Yeah.
to Vapor, I'm like, I'm sure that anyone who we're able to see, if we talk to them, we can probably get out of it fine. And I just smile.
All right. So I'm hearing
I'll
we
stay
have a
behind
fix
you.
roll first.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and fix it.
I'm
Yeah,
going
this
to
is
look
gonna-
around while I'm out there with a notice roll. Just
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna do
notice
both rolls.
helping.
That was the other one. There will be a notice roll that happens simultaneously with the fix roll as the other two do look around. And I'm assuming Vapor, you stare at your gun manual.
I technically have a fix of 0, so I'd like to help with the fix. I want to get out of here as soon as
Oh.
possible.
Sure.
So I'm
roll that
assuming you.
first.
Yep.
I changed that. I do believe you are searching the forums for how to fix this, so you can yell
Yeah.
out to
How to
Children's
smog proof
guide.
your car like with the jury rig smog proof. Perfect. So I think this is fixed with int then for me. To help?
You tell me what to do, so then I'll dexterity do it because I got to
good with you,
fiddle with the
Indigo?
bits.
Yeah,
11 to help.
that's success.
Cool. So I add +1.
Mhm.
So I
And
don't know
fiddle with
cars
the
at all. So I'm
bits.
like, I'm like, tried moving the, and then I like read out the thing or like say it in letters when it's supposed to be a word or, yeah. I
Yeah.
clearly don't know the car terminology.
Mhm.
Yeah, 13. So yeah, it takes you a little bit, but yeah, car's no problem. You have to reach into your like bag and get an old T-shirt and a stick and like shove it through a tube to scrub out the smog, and then
I hit it with the butt of the shotgun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kinetic
Anyway.
and percussive maintenance in getting this.
Yeah,
sorted.
percussive maintenance. Anyway, can I get a look for Ghost in the Smog roll?
I'm just staring at the smog, but I think that you, Curtis, should actually be leading this. Sound good with you?
What's your overall bonus to the roll? I just have a +1.
I have a 0, so
Fair enough.
yeah. No, I'm
Yes.
simply looking out, but that is it.
Yeah, you could roll to help, but then if you would succeed, you
Exactly.
would give. Yeah.
Sure. Looking out is wisdom in this case because it makes sense to
Yeah.
do that. 10?
Well, I'll give you a +1 for the 10.
Okay.
The dice have been too
Plus
kind to us so
one.
far.
Yeah, I'm a little
here,
worried.
Here comes the double ones right here. Just don't worry about that. With wisdom. Oh,
Yeah.
nope.
Ooh. There were
There's
2 ones,
figures
but they were the
moving in the
+1
fog.
skill and mod. There's what moving in the fog?
There's figures moving in the smog. Yeah, they are. There's multiple figures.
The bats are here.
They are, in the smog. They are vaguely smog colored.
Let's get back into the floor or into the car and floor it.
I'm making a to buy list and adding grenades to it.
Spirit grenades.
You're gonna try to jump in the car and drive away before whatever this is becomes a thing?
Yes.
The car was fixed fast enough, it would be faster to get out of here and that than fight our way out. Let's do it.
All right. I would like. So yeah, as you
feel like
notice the things in the fog, by the rules of how this works, they notice you.
I feel like the
They notice you
Scooby-Doo gang
noticing
with
them.
guns.
Yeah, they notice you noticing them. And
we need our
the
wolf
fog
man.
and the smog figures begin enclosing as you dip into the car real fast. Do we have a save to get in the vehicle?
Do you want initiative?
Maybe an initiative roll makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or technically maybe evasion?
Evasion
Oh,
save,
no.
exert skill check, or
Initiative
roll.
makes the most sense.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
And then that's whoever's the fastest of us, right?
Right.
Oh no,
yeah.
it is an evasion save. Other occasions where speed is of the essence.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
we all
evasion
So,
save works. Yeah, everyone outside the vehicle, please make an evasion save to get in the vehicle.
Oh, I stayed in the vehicle because I just read
Yeah.
instructions.
Fair.
so all the rest of us.
I'm in the car.
Nope.
I'm not in the car.
The
The
driver's
driver's
in the car.
not. The only one that matters.
You wanna-
Here's the thing.
So
Do I need to be in the car to hold on to the car?
No.
I don't think so.
So Curtis,
Cool,
are you
I'm-
getting in the driver's seat?
Nope. I could have it drive without me in there.
Right, you have your ghost driver.
So,
All
I
right.
notice we're not gonna get it in time before the shadowy figures approach, and I'll look at Cell and just say, "Grab onto something."
The door's partially open and it is open, so it's just grab the door handle.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I say,
You grab the door handle. You stream into the car. Ghost
Go catch
Rider,
a drive!
something stupid, and then the hands come
The
down and
arms go
grab the wheel, and then out from under the seat, 2 feet come out.
Yeah, do little feet and go.
Perfect. For the
Pedals
first
because
time in her
pulling you-
life, Vapor reaches for a seatbelt.
Good, because now we're rolling initiative, because we didn't get the car fast enough.
Excellent.
All right, as we drive away.
Okay.
So do we all roll initiative, or is it just the one of us again? Because I cannot remember. I know it's whichever side goes first.
I'm guessing this is chase rules first.
Are there chase rules? I mean,
There
vehicle
are
There are
chase
combat?
chase
rules.
rules.
Oh, good.
43.
What? Oh, page 43.
Mm-hmm.
Hybrid chases.
Like, how did you
vehicle
roll
chases.
43?
Driver makes a drive skill check using modified by dexterity and adds the vehicle.
Well, if they're foot
If a group
chasing
on
us,
foot is chasing a vehicle, it's different.
Hybrid chases.
They
Yeah.
automatically fail unless the vehicle is somehow forced into confines.
Driven obstacles are otherwise hampered. In this case, we can't see more than like 5 feet in front of us. That would probably do it.
Yeah. So what we're gonna have the driver with the automatic driver rules roll initiative versus.
cool. Are there
the
automatic driver rules?
I don't know. That's why I said it. Versus the initiative of the smog.
It's
That's
my
a 10.
initiative.
That's
Mhm.
higher. Cool. So yeah. Each vehicle
that's very
driver
high.
and the passengers act.
It looks like chases are just a single check, if I'm not mistaken.
As the entire group's progress rests entirely on the getaway driver.
Yeah. You make a drive check to try to get away, and we can see what happens. You're gonna have -2 for the smog.
Okay.
Can we go through the modifiers and see what we're doing with those? Just because this is the first time we've done with it.
The pursuer cannot directly see the pursued as
So
one,
they
but
can't
that's not
actually
relevant.
see us easily.
I mean, we
Oh,
can't see
that's not
them.
relevant.
It's not relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
That's
can't
not
see them, but
relevant.
that's not the same thing. Yeah.
Flying is a plus. The pursued is flying, but the pursuer isn't, is a minus. A spotter relying on the target's position. We don't have that. You get -2 because the smog monster knows the terrain of the smog better than you.
Is the pursuit half-hearted or obligatory?
No.
Is it enraged or vengeful?
Yes.
All right,
Uh-oh.
that's a bad thing.
Okay.
So do I roll it or do they roll
Hank,
it?
there is an intermediate step. So the fleeing vehicle or other group members can hinder pursuit before we make this roll.
Yes. If we can think of something to do it, it can be...
Yeah.
And it accounts to a +1 up to a +3 on the roll.
Usually a +1 for most of the time, but if you do really well, it could be +2 or occasionally +3.
Well, given that
I got
I
nothing.
am trying to currently get into the car, I don't think I have much mind for anything else at the moment.
Yeah.
Can I do something stupid? Oh wait, do I have to
You
drive?
can't do anything. You have to, even if you're
Yeah.
doing ghost driver, you count as the driver in this scenario.
Okay.
I have
So
an
I'm
idea.
just focusing on getting in also.
Yeah.
Your car is irradiated right now, so if you ram it in,
Is it?
according to the stuff we did before,
A
We
Geiger
don't know how
counter
the
and the
car
gun
powers.
sitting on my back.
I don't think that was. I don't think that
It's
was.
not
The car
canon.
does not
You
have
can't
ghost killing
drive. You
powers.
can't. Okay. Here's
car does not have irradiation.
Not enough radiation. Not enough radiation to kill a ghost. Like maybe if you trapped a ghost in the engine, you could kill one.
Ooh, a ghost powered
Now
Honda
that's a
Civic sounds
cyberpunk
funny.
story.
I shoved a ghost in my car and now I can't stop driving.
makes Ghost Rider like flipped on its head.
I have no idea how to help here. Vehicles can't be hacked.
Yep.
Oh,
Cool.
I do have... No, what am I talking about? I have cyber eyes and cyber ears that can detect things without being able to see clearly. So I'm going to give directions within... Like, I can... Anything within, like... hearing distance. I can hear and know exactly where it is. It's not sonar. I decided not to get it, so that would have been nicer. But between that and infrared, I can probably have a better idea of where we need to drive within the smog.
And the fact that you
Cool.
know the neighborhood.
Right. That's also a thing. So I'm
Oh,
gonna.
So you're
cool.
basically
Give me a
being a
spotter
spotter.
roll with a +1.
Okay.
Give me a
Notice, I guess.
notice roll. You get +1 to the roll for knowing the neighborhood.
Okay.
Basically, if you get into 8, then the what's the bonus for the terrain is neutralized,
Let's
or the
see.
penalty for terrain is neutralized.
I'm checking what my cyber eyes help with. Because they also give like +1 bonuses occasionally when I do things related to them, but I don't know if it matters. I don't think it helps here because that's more detecting creatures. Right now, I'm more trying to detect walls that we don't drive into. I'm guessing for detect. So I'll just add a +1 with wisdom, I assume, for noticing stuff, and 7.
Nope, sorry. Flat. We'll give you -1 to the roll instead of -2 to the roll
Okay.
So I make
for the drive check.
Okay. Does Spirit Hobo have anything to do?
Not without wasting a valuable resource on a fucking roll that might go poorly.
All right. Oh, actually, my what's proceed? Oh, okay. So if I miss it by 1, I'll add a +1 to the drive check, but it's only 1 per scene. So drive -1.
Yep.
And so
I
the two
assume-
of you are just holding on outside the car as it drives away.
I'm assuming they're scrambling in as it
I
drives
am trying to
away.
get into
Scrambling
the
in.
car. Like
Okay.
half the
I think-
body was in, the other half.
Yeah, I
Use
think
the
that's what
momentum.
we spend our time doing instead of
Instead of
anything
helping with the
else.
chase itself. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
the ghost driver is making this roll.
Ooh, actually, it only cost me 1 for the scene. I can do something. I'm going to summon a spirit of metal. With the favored power, so I can target an ally with a bonus to checks or combat rolls for a particular end. So I am going to summon the spirit of the car.
To
Yes.
help the ghost driver.
Cool. Yeah. So that's another bonus. So
That's
flat drive
plus-
roll.
Okay. Is it using my dex or just my drive skill?
Just your drive skill, because your dex can't apply to the
Yeah,
ghost,
Okay.
right?
your dex would count as 0 for the purposes of this roll with the ghost
Okay,
driver.
I'll make it intelligence because my intelligence is +0 anyway.
Cool.
Okay, so including uh-oh.
No.
Hold on. I have a foci. Hold on. Once per scene is an instant action, reroll a failed skill check related to driving or vehicle maintenance and repair. Aha.
Yep.
I
Roll
do
it.
it again.
Do it again. The ghost driver pulls the emergency lever.
Yeah, the ghost driver I think is meant to have like drive 0 according to the description I'm reading. The onboard expert system can handle traffic-related challenges, but has no real intelligence to process more complicated problems. So, first day on the job, it's already being pushed to its limit.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll it again. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
It's worse.
Oh no.
Ooh, oh no. So you drive through the smog, plowing straight through 2 of these like smog monsters And you get in the car, and you're shaking, you're looking around, and then you turn your head to the left, and the smog monsters are in the car. Car fight.
Ooh.
Are both of us in the car as well at this point?
You're in the car now. Yeah, everyone's in the
Okay.
car. There's 2 of the smog monsters in the car, and
It's a very
it's
cramped
their
car.
turn.
Oh,
I think everyone's gone this turn for this initiative.
basically.
Yeah.
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 So
Well, actually, since we're rolling from chase to combat, it would be new initiative
new-
roll for inside
new
the
initiative.
car.
We can do new
Yeah.
initiative inside the
Yeah.
car
Yeah.
initiative.
Yep.
A drive is an action. So
All
I
right.
mean, I could. Oh wait, are there more smoke things, or do I have to keep driving?
I
mean,
think
the car
there's
is
more than
moving.
2 out. The car's still moving, and I think there's still more smog monsters outside.
you're
so-
still but you're
So you
going.
can
You're
either
not
take over
stationary.
driving.
I
You can
could
either take over driving or
driving.
fight with us.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do have the shotgun.
Anyway, sure.
In
I don't think
the
that's gonna
middle of your
hurt the-
car.
Yeah.
Hey, I plan
Just aim
to
it
have
at the backseat
every
and fire.
intention.
Listen,
Yeah.
if you look
So,
at my foci, it
just to be
says that I
clear-
can replace lost or destroyed gear at $10,000 per week.
Just to be clear, they don't give us that ghost killing gun until after this mission.
Oh no, I
No, they gave
collected
us
a
one.
ghost
You
killing
have
gun
it.
before.
You got a
I have it.
sample.
I have it.
Good.
It has 8 shots.
One of
Good.
them.
Yeah,
don't know
but
what kind of
Cell is the
gun
one
it
who
is,
has it, which means we're fine.
Yeah, and you don't really know how it works or exactly what the mechanics are, other than
Well,
it
if
has
it
bullets,
fails, we'll
can't shoot
renegotiate.
ghosts, looks silly. These are the true facts you know about the ghost gun.
Perfect.
So do we just roll initiative again?
Roll initiative, I guess. Yeah.
I rolled a
So
7.
each
Do we each roll initiative?
side rolls initiative according to
Yeah,
this.
each
so
side.
It's one of us will roll an initiative. So
In which
Well,
case,
Marissa
rolled a 3.
rolled a 2 plus 1. But it says using the side's best dexterity, but I don't think that's enough.
Mine
to
is
beat it.
+3.
So that's
okay,
a 5,
so instead of my +1, that's a 5.
which is not as good as a 7.
Yep.
So yep,
So
smoke
ghosts
monster's
go
turn.
first.
Yep.
Cool. We're going. There's 4 of you in the car. I got 4. Who is in the back passenger seat?
Yeah, it would be one of us. Okay, go ahead.
I'm like, me.
How do I roll attacks?
You just should be able to just click on if you set up the macro.
Just
Oh, there it
imagining
is.
where you're sitting in the car. That was some really impressive.
Just make sure you're not in edit mode.
Feeling of
That's what I
that-
was messing up. I'm no
Mhm.
longer in edit mode. Submit.
really impressive chip stealing.
I
You
can
get
survive
punched.
3 damage. That does get through my AC, but I can survive 3 damage.
Does your armor have any soak?
I will have to double check that.
Soak is straight up extra HP.
Yeah, it's like
points,
temp
so it's
HP.
just temp HP. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will check that. Is that what that is? It's damage soak. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 5 damage soak in this thing, so it doesn't get through my puffy jackets.
So you have
Alright.
2 damage soak left.
Yep.
For the scene.
Yeah, for the scene.
Okay.
All right, driver, you're up next. You're also getting
Ooh.
punched.
Mm-hmm. Ah, it does not get through my damage soak.
Interesting.
Well, punched by a ghost. We messed up combat a lot last time. We didn't count for soak, and then trauma dice through me.
Well, to be fair, the werewolf was naked, so
I don't
Yeah.
know
No,
if it's
he
hide
had
counted.
armor.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
he was supposed to have actual armor. It was biotech armor and not like
Yep.
tool armor, but I'm pretty sure I didn't include any soak. But yeah, no, they're punching and they're wiggling around. They look like people made of smog, covered in leaves.
Vapor is screaming.
That's when I finally look over and oh shit, you can see them too. Oh, this is
They're really here.
Yeah, she's like
Um,
scrambling and trying to fight one off of her.
Yeah, our shaman does recognize the fact that these would be they have a physical form.
Does that mean we can all hurt them?
You can punch them too. They can punch us. We can punch them.
Yeah.
So yeah, physical forms mean that. Hang on.
Can we
Hang on.
shoot them?
Does that
Hang
mean
on.
that normal
Hang on.
guns could technically hit them?
I'm pretty
Eh,
sure.
doesn't
Yes.
matter, I'm not
Yes.
really
Oh,
sure.
can they?
Yes, normal guns can?
Yes. Yes.
You
yes,
don't know what these are or their powers, but they have a physical form that is clear by the punching damage.
So physical forms, yeah, only spirit forms have that limitation on what can harm them. So if they
Yeah.
have a physical form, you can shoot them.
So just as a clarification then, do they or do they not have a physical form, as
They-
it seems
they
like
do.
that actually is a
They
tangible
do have
thing?
a physical. They do have keyword physical form. Can I ping it? Yes. They have.
Okay.
I have predetermined their powers. If they come up, I will ping them.
Okay, so we can just shoot it.
Possibly.
Don't miss.
You're in a moving vehicle. It is your turn. They are both punched.
It's all our turns. Yeah, we can decide. Remember who wants to go
Yeah.
and do stuff.
Do you guys just want me to drive so we don't get more ghosts?
Let's
Or
wait
do
and
you want
see
me
how
to
the rest of us.
shotgun?
Like, you decide last after the rest of us have gone.
Got it.
Because if we're not doing well against these guys, we may need your help.
I mean, the sensible thing for me to do would be to pull out a gun and shoot it at the driver. Because that's
not me.
what the ghost is. Which means I don't think I should go first, because there might be less lethal options available.
Vapor
I
has.
think the shaman needs to go first.
Yeah,
All right. I mean, I can.
Vapor's
Okay.
helpless, basically.
You need a magic skill plug.
No, I can't. Can't use cybernetics at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Spencer needs a magic skill plug.
Those things are expensive. $100
Yeah.
or 10,000 to be able to use skill plugs, and then 1,000 for each skill plug.
You can learn spirit magic all you want. If you don't have the connection with the
It's
decay
all
of the
theory.
planet, it doesn't actually have any application.
Fair.
You can get the skill plug, but like you can't summon a spirit with
It's
it.
a knowledge skill at that point. It's not.
Yes, that would be spirit
It's
wise.
summoning water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've got a choice to make here, and given that I'm playing the crazy hobo,
Swing a sword at a moving vehicle?
worse.
Pull the emergency
So
brake.
I look over at Vapor, realize that she's seeing these things too, and I just reach into my robe, pull out a submachine gun, and spray it.
You get a submachine gun.
Excellent.
My one
right.
friend, my not acquaintance friend, is a black marketeer.
Yeah.
What do you think I
can
did
kinda
with my
just get
downtime?
stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, so
Roll to shoot the one in the back seat, I guess.
yep. So burst.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, you
I
rolled
have
a two.
to ask, is the -4 from doing ranged in melee range in there already?
I don't suffer from that. I am a close combatant.
Oh, cool.
But even without the -4, it was a natural 2.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So instead of
you-
that,
Oh.
as you're looking back towards Curtis, Bill, this is
it doesn't say attack roll.
that's true.
Marissa has the one for attack rolls, I think.
Also, the combat skill is pistol-sized ranged weapons and melee. Close
It's a
combat.
submachine gun is a pistol sized.
It's yeah, it's
an
All right.
Uzi.
yeah.
Yep.
You just going.
I
Yeah,
really
finally,
need to understand.
you don't know how effective bullets are in these things yet because you couldn't hit the thing sitting immediately next to you.
My upholstery.
You do
Yeah.
just shoot a bunch of holes in the car.
Yeah, the back windshield shatters.
Yeah, it's very loud in there now. Everyone's ears are ringing. Vapor, it's your turn.
Fingers are always
You
ringing.
got shot.
All right, I'm gonna try and punch this ghost.
Punch? All right. Roll to
I
punch.
don't have.
Do you have?
I have a knife, but it's stowed, so no, I'm just gonna punch the ghost.
You have a gun, you said?
Yeah,
Shoot it.
in melee.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, it's in melee.
You have a problem.
Yep, I have a knife, but it's wait. Is it just a movement action to get to unstow something, or is it a main action to?
I don't think it is, but I'm looking for it.
If it's a move action, I'll get my knife out.
Ready or stow an item is a main action.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I'm punching. So, I don't think I expected to need to punch something, so I didn't put it in here. Perfect. It's gonna be a D20. Just gonna manually roll it. Punching, I think, is plus strength or dex, or is it just plus dex?
It's either.
Okay, then it's
Yeah.
a combined +1 because of my base attack bonus. +1 from dex, -1 from my lack of punching skill. 15.
15 hits.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
D2.
How much is punch damage?
Maybe +1 from dex. I don't know how damage works for that, but D2 base +1 if it gets a dex bonus.
I think punch was you can pick which it gets.
Yeah, but I don't know if that also affects damage. If it does, then yeah, it's 2 damage instead of 1.
Adding a skill to damage is a foci thing.
Oh, okay.
So
Then it's just I do 1 damage to it. I hit it. You saw me hit it. You still don't know if I can harm them.
You punch it in the face and you see a puff of smog come off of it.
Yep. Yeah, she's still screaming vapor as she punches it. That's I'll see if there's anything I can do for my move, but that's probably it.
I mean, you're in a moving car. I'm not really sure.
There's other non-move things you can do with a move, I think. Pick up an item. There's nothing on the ground really I can use. I don't really want to stand up. Yeah, I think that's green and nope. Okay, nope. I end my turn. Not that we're going in individual turns.
Yeah.
In which case, I guess, in contrast to the screaming vapor in the back, Cell very calmly somehow manages to take a very large gun off of her back and aims it straight at the driver because that is where the thing is in between. And now I think I need a description of what exactly this ghost gun looks like.
Oh, the ghost gun's a pistol.
Okay, so sadly not a very large gun.
Yeah,
light or heavy?
Light. The light pistol. It is let's say pastel blue. It has a gaudy gold-colored cross affixed to the end of the barrel with a hole in the center.
Like you shoot through the cross.
You shoot through the cross.
The power of Christ compels you.
It has oddly textured like grip pads on the side of the gun. Yeah. As far as you're concerned, use the light pistol statistics. It has exactly 1 magazine worth of anti-ghost rounds. You didn't get like a whole... Is this the
best idea? No, but I've been told this is the anti-ghost gun. So therefore, I have taken it out. I'm going to use it to shoot a ghost, and I'm going to calmly tell the driver who I am pointing it at to not move.
Don't move.
It's just above you.
We're going to hope that its physical storm stops the bullet before it gets to you.
It'll probably
trying to put it to where you could shoot it and not me.
All right, so I put all of my things in here, but now I have a weapon that I have not dropped in. So a hit die is just roll 1d20 plus some stuff?
Yeah, roll 1d20 plus 1 because of our level. There's a base attack bonus. Plus dex plus shoot.
Plus shoot. Yeah.
Minus 4.
Minus 4.
Everyone in the car is always in melee for range? Yeah, that makes sense. I wasn't sure.
I do not have melee range penalties.
Oh, you don't care, right? You get to ignore that.
Okay. So plus dex, plus shoot, +1. Apparently it does not like me. Let's try putting some spaces in this command and see if that was my problem.
Or are you doing slash? Yeah, slash roll.
And now I'm giving up and just rolling a d20 and adding 3.
There you go.
Roll d20
Uh-oh.
at 3.
That's a
7.
seven.
Except no. It hits.
You can just make it
You
hit.
decide it hits anyways.
Yeah. You decide it hits. You shoot the ghost in the head. Please roll damage.
I believe it's 1d6 plus dex for a light pistol.
I thought that
Correct.
said adding damage. Oh, that's just for punching. Adding your stat as an edge.
I
or
don't
foci?
know. That's when I did my.
No, adding skill is what I
I meant
pointed
adding
out.
flat dex to punches.
There's no.
It says attribute. Where is
Attribute
is
would
the
be
attribute
dex.
that modifies the weapon hit and damage roll.
There you
Okay,
go.
so in that case,
no,
I do.
It should have.
I did 2 damage to that ghost before.
I will note that down.
Oh, you should also have rolled a
That's
trauma
double.
rating for that because it might
punch?
have been
What's the
Yeah, I
trauma
think
rating on
so.
punches?
1d6.
Really?
Yep. It's only
Fist.
gonna do.
You crit on your fist.
Pretty
Make that
fast.
4 damage.
I guess
What's
it's
the-
probably just double the damage.
It's a trauma rating of ×1. So
Oh, it doesn't do anything
Oh,
then.
it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
What is the what do we check for trauma again?
Each type of thing has a trauma die that you roll.
No, I know that,
Oh,
but I mean
what's
on
his
the
versus?
yeah.
like, what does NPC? What
Oh,
is normal
there's a
NPC
trauma
rating?
target. There's a trauma target. It is, if it's unmodified, it is a 6.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
default, it'll always be a 6.
All right. So for light pistol, we're rolling.
Oh, yes.
1d6
I found the
for
trauma
damage.
target for ghosts 6. You're right.
So I hit it really hard for 2
Mhm.
damage.
And I do 5 damage plus dex, so 6 damage to it with the ghost gun.
You vaporize it. Can I get you to make a physical save?
Interesting. All right.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
succeed.
did it.
Good. What was I saving again?
Don't worry about it.
You
Can I
don't know
get
because
a
you
des-
didn't see what happened.
Can I get a description of what happens when the bullet actually hits the ghost?
It turns into gross road ash and falls on the driver.
Perfect.
Thank you for not moving, I say as I reload the weapon.
And there's now a hole, never minding the missing back windshield that you're going to now have to replace. But there is also a perfectly sized cross-shaped hole in your driver's side window from where the
Wait,
ghost
it
bullet-
shoots crosses?
No, it doesn't. But that's
just
what the
a hole.
hole. That's what the hole looks like.
Yeah, the hole went through and it spidered like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take an elbow to bust it out because that's easier to replace, and then I'm gonna drive so we don't get more ghosts.
Yep. Give me a drive save or a drive check.
Cool.
You can use your actual skills this time.
Oh, no.
Stinks.
Fox.
If
Double one.
if
That's no
I
good.
got a 7, would it be better than a 6?
Yes.
With double ones, does it matter? Because some things it doesn't.
Some things let you reroll.
If
don't
it
double ones.
matters, I'm going to use my personalized controls. So now I'm gonna pull the lever.
Perfect.
I only have one recourse for a failed drive to get out of Ghost Zone.
It's more
we know
ghosts.
this, right? There's only exactly one penalty that makes sense.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
car
that's a
More ghost.
7 instead, if that matters.
It does. That's enough to not get more Ghost. I was looking for barely passable success
Yeah, I
on
bought
this
stars.
endeavor. Not really. It was only if you messed up, which the 6 was a mess up.
Dude, I rolled 2 1s with a +4.
Which is beautiful because if it wasn't your target wasn't a 6, you rolled the only combination that
Yeah.
even made a roll necessary.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. While
I pull the lever and we get out of Ghost Town.
you keep
Considering we
going,
still
there
have
is
one ghost in the car.
still
Yeah.
one in the car, and it's their turn. And as they're in fisticuffs with Vapor, another fist.
Snap attack. It takes 3 shock damage.
Oh, you're
'cause
doing
I
it
miss.
before it goes because it started the round.
Does it have an AC of less than 13? Less
Yes,
than
it
or equal
does.
to.
Then it
So it
takes
It does have an
3
AC
damage.
less than
3 shock
13.
damage.
It
Yeah.
takes the 3 shock damage, still up. And as a response, a fist comes out of the back of the smog ghost to try to punch Curtis.
Yes.
Ghosts don't fight fair.
No. 21?
Oh, that's gonna hit.
You have
Alright.
5 hit points.
Armor
But
soak.
you have
Armor soak.
right?
Armor soak to 0, and I take 1 point of damage.
If you're
Yeah,
taking,
you just get
do we have to
punched
deal
in
with-
the chest by a disembodied arm coming out of the back of the ghost.
Probably like a 2 big fist. Like 6 damage for a fist is too much, which means it's probably like a Hulk fist or something that comes out for a second.
Yeah.
Now, if we're
it got
playing
through
this
Damaso,
correctly,
do we need trauma die?
Yeah.
no, it always rolls trauma die. It hit.
Yeah.
Do you roll trauma dice? This is a hypothetical question. If you don't get past damage soak, do you still roll trauma dice?
If you hit.
Okay.
Just every time you hit, you also roll trauma die.
Roll a
Yeah.
d6.
Alright. It's a D8.
Oh.
Oh yeah, theirs is bigger.
Violent Will has a standardized trauma die of D8 times 3.
Mhm.
Mm.
My trauma target is 7. Fuck off.
Yeah. Well, because otherwise that would have been 18 damage. And
Yeah.
Curtis would be paced.
I have some trauma patches, but not sure they would have been enough. Also, I don't think any of us have heal.
No. All right. So it's back to y'all's turn.
I keep punching and screaming. Let's do this again.
I turned the gun on the back, but let's watch the punching and screaming first, because that's more fun.
I hit again.
15 hits.
For 2
1 damage plus 1 from dexterity. 2 more damage.
Roll a 6.
I don't trauma. It wouldn't have mattered, but I still. Yeah.
You're trying to see if your trauma of times 1 would activate?
Yes. If I punch it narratively more harder, even if numbers wise not any harder.
There's gotta be a reason.
It's
like,
probably because of monk. Like there's probably some more like unarmed bonuses from Foci
Oh,
that will boost
maybe.
it.
Yeah, and if you're a graced, that's also a thing, because that's like the,
Oh,
the
okay.
monk equivalent.
Yeah. So
Graced is the
God.
third magic system where you soak the magic into your being.
Oh, so you turn into Gale.
Yeah.
No. This
No.
is
No.
this is my body is a temple kind of mystical bullshit. You know,
My
yeah.
body is a
Less-
temple, and this temple has defenses as you punch
Yeah.
through someone.
Got it. Less hungry hippos for magic items. More.
Yeah, more how to become a god in 6 easy steps.
still sounds like Gale, but okay.
Step 1, data god. Step 2, screw them. Step 3, piss them off.
Step 4, question mark. Step 5, profit.
Yep.
Step 6, consume magic items. Yeah, anyway, I do believe there was a pistol brandished.
I dealt 2 more
There
damage. I'm quite happy.
A pistol being brandished, so I will turn the gun onto the back seat and see if this rule works now. Maybe it worked, but it
6?
sure didn't.
A 6 is a miss.
Our sharpshooter is very sharp.
Can I get a physical save?
Who?
Yes.
Cell, I think, again.
I'm
Success.
succeeding.
There's where all the dice are going, which is
Mhm.
probably not a bad thing. It's better than getting cancer.
I
I'm
will
going-
then proceed to load another bullet in and say, and then ask the driver if you could drive more calmly, please.
Why are you cycling the chamber? It's an automatic. You're going.
Look, reloads
Alright.
an action in most cases.
Stunned, I think
Anyone
you're the
else?
only one who hasn't gone yet because Shaman snap attacked.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna drive.
We're out
Okay.
of
I don't-
fog thing if you want to help me. No pressure.
Yeah, you did make it out of the fog.
Oh,
You're home
okay.
free, except for the ghost in the car.
Yeah, we have
Do
a
you want
passenger.
you want me to shoot at the ghost with the automatic shotgun that's right next to you?
I mean,
I
we've
do
already
not
had a
care
machine
right now.
gun.
I'm going to drive.
Cool. Make a drive
Because-
check.
The faster we get somewhere useful,
Yep,
aka
the faster
town
we
hall.
get out of here, the faster we get done. That's better.
Cool. No surprises.
So you're just like calmly parking, like parallel parking, while in the back seat I'm just like, and the rest of us are just fighting with this ghost.
Yeah, I turn
You're just
on
like checking
Tokyo
the rear
Drift.
view mirror, like okay.
Yeah.
Look, I
All
asked
right.
him to drive more
Everyone
calmly.
go?
He's just
All right.
listening.
Ghost time.
Snap attack. Another 3 shock damage.
It's dead. It's dead now.
Hey.
The
It's
dice are
dead now.
cruel and shock damage is amazing.
Yeah. We may or may not see this standardized violent ghost model again.
And there's definitely nothing wrong with this gun that keeps making me do physical things.
No,
Nope, nothing.
nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
I don't
You
need
have 6
eyebrows.
shots
Who
left
needs
in the
eyebrows?
anti-ghost gun.
Yes.
Is it-
Oh, 6 shots.
So some
It
mentality
starts
that
with-
the anti-ghost gun is using your soul to power it.
We don't know.
Oh,
Are you
boy.
a ghost gun mechanic? I didn't think so.
No, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Hang on. Any significant health problems? I can see them. Is her soul being sucked into the goddamn gun?
No, but also I do need to point out we have not failed the physical save yet.
Yeah, not yet. Might be like, yeah.
She is
So we don't
strong
know.
of will currently.
Yeah. Anyway, I think this is where we'll take our break after
Yeah.
we vanquish the last ghost.
This is how it takes
All
3
right.
sessions for a scouting mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to point out you can't read it because it's so far away, but I do want to point out I wrote 5 sentences about the mission.
Good.
That
That's
was
the appropriate
sentence
amount
one.
of prep.
That was sentence
It's-
1.
It was ghost fight.
I'm not
Ghost
saying
car
they
fight.
were. I'm not saying they're really descriptive sentences. I do believe
Or
this
that they're
one was
even in English.
I was gonna say, fitting 5
Ghosts
sentences
at
on a
the
post-it note's
border.
impressive.
their ghosts at the border was the first sentence, and there were.
Border ghosts.
All right, we'll take our break.
We'll be
Nice.
back in a few minutes. Usually 10. Okay. We're
Where
We're-
not include
we're-
quality of life
Damn,
upgrades.
we're back.
Yep.
Yes, we're back to
Yeah.
complaining about OBS for not.
With a new scene.
Yeah.
Yep, all of our damage soak is refreshed.
Yeah. And speaking of a new scene, we see the battered up car with multiple windows missing and holes in the ceiling. Kerclunking down this rather abandoned city street. You're getting into more and more populated parts of the district, it looks like. It's still smoggy, but no like big walls of smog like when you came into the district. And you do see up ahead of you a blue glow emanating through the smog.
Cool, I'll park.
Vapor says,
You-
I don't remember it being this bad.
I mean, do you know what this is?
There's no
Cool.
reason to get out of the car then. Let's just keep heading towards Blue Go. We need to find a safe spot. At least it looks central.
Sure. Is there
Do you
parking?
keep driving? Do you keep driving?
Yeah.
You just all right. Yeah, you go a little bit down the road. Blue smog, not blue smog. The blue glow gets closer, and you come up to a gas station. It has a giant spirit bear out front that's glowing blue.
A spirit bear?
That's what you think. That's what it looks like. It's wearing a big spirit bear necklace.
Hey,
Can I notice anything?
Stop the car. That's Tony.
I'm surprised he's not a tiger.
Truth's not in advertising.
So you want me to pull over for Tony the blue bear?
Yeah, it's a good guy.
I mean, fuck it. I just got attacked by a ghost, so I don't care. You get to pull over.
Yeah, so I get out of the car, and I don't know if it's actually Tony or not, but
I'm prepared to roll.
Tony is a bear spirit that I'm familiar with.
There's obviously only one bear spirit. Yeah.
I mean, there's
might
only
know
one
Tony.
Curtis. There's only one bear spirit. There's only one Tony. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that checks.
You get out of the car and you begin making your way towards the bear. Can I get a notice roll from you as you approach
Absolutely.
the bear, trying to
Can I
someone
get
you think you know who he is?
I was hoping to do a notice roll on everything but the bear, just looking if there's anything else in the
Yeah, so separate
general
notice roll.
vicinity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get
I
back
rolled a
to the car
7.
team.
Okay.
You know this isn't Tony. You don't know who this is, though.
Yeah,
Probably
as you
Trevor.
approach them.
Probably Trevor.
So I'll stop real quick, and I open up my my coat a little bit. Like I don't think that's Tony. Want to take a look? Tell me. And a little like spectral rat head sort of pokes out.
Okay. So it's
And
your spirit friend.
yes,
Great.
he's gonna roll notice because he's skilled in notice.
Ooh.
He has spirit eyes.
What does
For a
spirit
9.
eyes tell me? What does spirit eyes tell you?
Spirit eyes give a spirit +2 to notice. Let me get the full here. Spirit eyes. The spirit is capable of seeing clearly in the dark, hearing whispers at 20 meters, and identifying people by the scent they leave on objects that they have recently touched. All notice skill checks are made at +2.
So would it be a D20 or is it 2D6?
Oh, it's 2d6. My bad. Oh,
I mean, that's something that you're.
you're not even looking at
No,
him.
not-
He's over there.
He's not looking
over
at all.
there.
Yeah, it turns out
That-
there's this piece of
That
spirit
is not cheese. That is not cheese.
Jeez.
Leave it alone. That's my
That is a
jerky.
piece of styrofoam.
It's my jerky. You know what? I don't want the homeless man looking in his coat and saying
Listen,
that's
I-
my jerky.
All you just see him like holding his coat open and talking into it.
I stole that from Vapor Fair and Square. You leave that alone.
This is how we die. We're gonna get eaten by a spirit bear, and
And the bear's
Homo
doing
homunculus over there is gonna.
is doing little like shoulder shakes every once in a while, but otherwise kind of just standing
Vapor's
in
just
front of the
muttering
gas
to
station.
herself,
So I'm
like,
just gonna look up to him and be like, "Hey, bear, how you doing?"
And you get the automatic the response immediately from someone like trying to talk to the bear is a low bear growl. But I do think at this point we're gonna have Cell do her.
All right.
Vapor's just
Notice
muttering to
roll.
herself
Notice
about how
roll.
this must be like a solstice at midnight or something weird. She's never
You're
seen
looking
so
at
many.
everything but the spirit bear, right?
I'm looking at everything but the spirit bear. Yes, I want to see if there's something else going on, if there's a sniper nest. I don't know. What should the stat on this one be? Or does it
It's
even matter?
probably wisdom still. That's usually
Yeah,
the,
wisdom
the
for, like,
noticing
looking
Wisdom or
case.
intelligence, unless you have a more
Okay.
compelling.
Argument? Nope,
Yeah.
not really. I'll go with wisdom here. 9. It's
Why
not
are
bad.
there so many cameras on this gas station? There's like a shocking number of what appears to be security cameras just everywhere around this gas station.
Glad we
Some of
didn't
them aren't even
shoplift.
pointed at the gas station. There's just like a bunch of them. There's like these little white cube rectangle like guys, and they're kind of just posted everywhere. They kind of look like security cameras you've not seen. This is weird. That's what you
Uh,
notice.
What are my character names? Hey, Vapor, can you tell me anything about those cameras?
I like peek my head out. I don't want to get seen by the bear, the spirit bear. So I like peek my head out and like look at you and look where you're pointing. And can I roll to like know what might be up with these cameras since I'm in the neighborhood? Would I?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Like a no technology roll or whatever. I'll give you a no roll.
Perfect. Also a 9.
Those aren't cameras.
What are they? Do I know what they are, or do I just know they're not cameras?
You know they're definitely not cameras.
GNS.
Shoot them. They're not cameras. You can shoot them.
Please
I
don't use your
pull out my
holy
rifle,
ammo. Thank
the
you.
regular rifle,
Your regular
And-
rifle, okay.
start aiming at the furthest one, and I just shoot it.
I'm also,
Um,
while you're preparing this, I'm opening the passenger door so that the hobo can run back in the car so we can speed away.
Yeah, no, I guess I roll a shoot skill because it does look like I still have to do that.
If there's any
Not the
like
attack.
challenge to
Just
you,
the skill.
Yeah.
Hi, Ain. Stationary is his target shooting. You shoot one.
I move on to the next and
And
continue.
all of the others shoot back. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As
I-
you shoot them, we do see that there is flickers and waves and are totally not Tony.
leave. I think I call out between like echoes of the
Oh.
rifle shot. Leave one alive. I want to get. Oh,
I
For
think it's
ammo tracking purposes, how many are there?
You shot 2.
Okay.
I'm not the one to know this, but I mean, I'm gonna make a guess to say it's probably like a hologram. Like a
yeah.
scarecrow
I think
for birds.
Vapor says like, yeah, in the
Yeah, that
like
makes sense to you, Vapor.
dark, in the most teenage way she could possibly say that.
So you know how
But from our
scarecrows are.
shaman perspective, your friends are shooting, and the spirit bear is not enjoying it. They are having a hard time with it. Are they
Turn around and be like,
discorporating?
You're making him angry. You please stop whatever you're doing.
I reload the gun, aim at the next one, but do stop shooting.
Let's.
Spirits are indeed your jurisdiction,
Mhm.
and I will look at Vapor and basically say, "Tell me when to start again."
Are any of
I
the? Go ahead.
I don't think we shoot the hologram projectors because, like, a scarecrow's meant to scare away crows from crops, right? I think this is a scare ghost.
So let's go get some crops.
Ooh.
So, are any of those hologram devices in? You said there's a lot of them. So, are any of them in like plug-in range? If I get out of the car and go up towards them,
And are any of them actual cameras?
Probably.
I do not care if any of them are cameras. Right now, we were shooting some of them. They know we're
If you
here.
want to climb up the weird square top tent that they have up over gas stations, like the poles with the flat tin roof that they have over like the gas fill area. If you want to shimmy up one of those, I guess that would be a way to get you within plug-in range of one of them.
Perfect. I plug into the camera.
As you get closer, you do have ghost bats, like bat spirits, begin trying to mob you.
Can I just like wave my hands to get rid of them? I
They
don't
go
know.
straight through the
Oh, then they won't bother me either.
glowing blue bats.
Oh, okay, then I don't care. Yeah, then I ignore them. My until
The
my infrared
chittering
eye
sound gets
tells me
louder.
that their physical form is absorbing heat.
They don't have a physical form.
Exactly. Until they do, and I can tell with my infrared eye, then I can ignore them. So I do
Alright.
that. I just walk through them. I thought you meant like real ghost bats.
No, I think we've all put it together. These are hologram projectors.
I'm gonna hack.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hack this network.
Well, we've all put it together except for, the shaman, who is presumably
Yeah,
still trying to have a
that's
conversation.
So as you're all doing this, I'm sitting cross-legged in front of the bear. You just see me having a conversation in the background of
Yeah, the bear is smaller than when you saw him last. The bear has gotten smaller since you've arrived.
How big is it now?
Well, before it was above the thing, and now it's like a foot or so shorter to account for the lessened range for overlapping projectors, because someone's been shooting them.
I'm parking the car in an advantageous position to get us out of here super fast if we need to.
Yeah. Do you have a membership?
I'm sorry.
Do you have a membership?
To
The gas station.
What brand of gas?
Are you going to lower the parking spot spikes?
I see. Now I'm not.
You've encountered this problem before.
Yes, I'm not parking where they want me to park.
Okay.
You know, I'm parking in a spot where we could get the fuck out.
You're blocking the dumpster, is what you're doing.
Absolutely.
All right.
Listen, they're
If
not
stay
going to
here
come.
too long, we'll get fines.
Yeah, but then I just swap my license plate, and then the fine disappears.
That's how it works.
Yeah. There's already not a VIN number on this thing. Like, you think they're gonna find the license plate?
Yeah. Anyway, as Vapor is shimmying up the pole and just ignoring the bats, and you begin to start to plug in, the loudspeaker turns on for the gas station, and if it's as if you could please climb down from the awning. Our insurance does not cover your reckless behavior. You are liable for your own falls. There's clearly a attendant inside asking you to get off of.
you are formally disinvited from our
Yeah.
property immediately prior to impact.
I think Vapor's about to plug in, and then realizes this is just
And
an
you realize this is
ordinary
a
gas
business?
station. No, this
is a business.
I thought this was like a shut down, abandoned one with a spirit. No, it's just an ordinary gas station with hologram defenses.
Yes.
Well, we
Oh,
have someone new to talk to now.
Oh, all right.
My
Hey,
beef jerky
Vapor,
went-
the bear says you're not insured to be up there.
I want more beef jerky. Mine went missing.
I just sort of
make
like
sh-
pull
Yeah.
my.
She goes down.
robe
She like
shut.
she doesn't plug in. She climbs down. She goes inside to the gas station.
I also
Immediately
go inside.
upon going inside, you see someone pulling the lever of a gas station slot machine.
Like not the
This is
attendant,
not-
but just someone else
Not
that's
the
also
attendant,
there.
just someone else.
Perfect.
Just inside.
Some old lady with a bonnet hairstyle and
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
chain smoking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the
You
gas
can't-
station. Yeah.
But we can't see that because otherwise it's no glass.
the
in this
last place in town with penny slots.
I've calculated the odds. I'm gonna hit a jackpot any
It's
time
one
now.
capture. It's one
Yep.
capture per pull. She's single-handedly training the algorithm.
I will go talk to the attendant, thus providing our sticky finger friend an opportunity to steal beef jerky.
I actually feel kind of bad. I pay for it this time.
Mm.
You pay for it.
1 out of 3.
I'm still set up in the car watching the cameras and getting ready to shoot if I need to. Oh, jam projectors.
All right. I'm gonna talk to the gas station attendant.
Yeah. Hey, dude. We thought this place was abandoned. Like,
Why? The
I
the
look
open sign
outside.
is on. It
Well-
looks like an abandoned Resident Evil level.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
does.
it's You know,
It's
I'm not.
on,
I
but
don't
it's
come
like
to this part of
falling
the city
over
a
and
lot, so,
flickering. It's like, yeah.
Well, wait,
So,
what made you think we were closed?
the
We didn't have the
ghosts-
safety bear on.
The safety.
And like from inside, the bear like smiles and has gas prices or something on it.
Yeah,
there
the
is a
scroll.
cardboard cutout of the bear. It's like we now have a safety bear. Don't worry about the ghost while you fill up.
Mm.
Everything inside
Um,
looks much less evil.
11. It's not
It's-
brand name wise, but
No.
basically they got the
Yeah.
slot machine, they have the slushies in one corner, they got the wall of drinks, they got the roller soy dogs.
Cool. Sorry about the confusion. But you know anything about this fall festival?
Yeah, it happens. I don't know. It started with It started with the Excalibur Cooperative trying to do some big PR stunt, but then the
Yeah.
funding dried up for that. But the citizens, everyone here just loves it, so we kept doing it. He pulls up the sleeve.
Oh.
Last year I got this. He
know,
also
I saw
has,
someone-
has a Gatling gun wound.
I
from the
imagine
last
that there's
Fall
it's
Fest.
not a shoot up. There's like a booth that's like get your bullet wound here, and you like put your shoulder in, and someone like aims a gun very carefully so it grazes your shoulder. There's just something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, get your war wound here.
Yep. It's like tiered pricing, so it's more expensive if it's on the face or something like that.
Yeah, like
Oh, it's
what?
the,
what
it's
kind?
the Purple Heart booth. Like it commemorates the battle. You can be battle wounded.
Mhm.
It's great fun. I hear this year the Pumpkin Lord is going to have something special.
The who?
The Pumpkin Lord. It's the guy that brings all the giant pumpkins.
Oh, you know what? What other sort of vendors do you guys get? I'm trying to fish for information.
There's the caramel bullets.
I'm sorry, the caramel bullets.
Yeah, they're bullets, but they're made of caramel. They're great fun for the kids. They run around town shooting them at the abandoned vehicles, and they explode in
Oh.
crystallized sugar.
Okay, so
They
you
still
don't
leave bruises.
you
though.
don't shoot them in your own mouth. They're actually bullets.
Yes, they're made
Got
of
it.
caramel.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
are
a no
weapons-
heat explosive round. It doesn't use gunpowder. It uses some other like quickly expanding gas, so
Yeah,
it doesn't melt
cool.
the caramel.
So you know, are weapons very is there like a lot of weapon booths, or do you think you guys can?
Oh, you're
use
not
more?
strapped as he pulls a giant gun out from
Yeah,
under
obviously.
No. I mean at the festival. I show him my combat shotgun.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ah, good.
I
Yes, last year's model. I'm not quite that up to date.
You know, I got this off a werewolf.
I hear they make good jerky.
And you know what? I did get a chance to jerk him.
Night, everybody.
But you know, how do you have you heard of anything about these? I say the name of our person that hired us, that
the
group.
Church of the Resting Dead or something.
Yeah, the Church of the Resting Dead, or
Are those
Restful
nuns with giant clubs and guns that like to stand around the bodies?
I think so. Yeah.
Ones that wear the latex habits.
Yeah, like that.
Combat
I
habits?
No, I did not predefine this group. I like the latex habit. Yep, latex habits, clubs, and guns. Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone
do they,
wears these.
Do they come to the fall festival? I feel like that would be like their jam here. You know.
I mean, they weren't around this time last year, so I don't.
Oh,
Maybe.
I mean, you know, do you think anyone would be opposed? Anyone specifically to like the gun nuns?
I mean, who doesn't like a latex habit?
That's what I'm asking. Who doesn't?
I'm sure the kids will get a big kick out of them.
No, like who doesn't like the nuns?
Yeah,
What?
who specifically?
Who specifically? As I show him
uh,
my shotgun again.
Um, what did they? Why would it be like that? What did they do?
I don't know. I just feel like they want to stop ghosts. This place has a lot of ghosts.
I mean, everyone wants to stop the ghosts in town. That's why the guys who make the anti-ghost projectors, they're making a killing.
Oh,
I think
who are
they're
those
the
guys?
they might be it's the nano slicers. It's the hacker gang. It's a new business venture. They are
Got it. Cool. Yeah.
programming anti-ghost projections to
So
make
you're
money.
telling-
Altruistic. Yeah.
So you're telling me that the nano slicers are doing holograph defense technology. They probably wouldn't like it if the gun nuns came in here and gave everyone holy weapons.
What do you mean holy weapon?
Guns that are meant to kill ghosts. Specifically.
You gotta use a sword. Everyone in town knows that, as he pulls the sword out that's also behind the counter. The
Listen.
swords go straight through those fog boys.
Now, I'm gonna let you in a little secret. The gun nuns have ghost guns. I've seen it with my own eyes. You no longer need to get up close. You can use your trained sharpshooter eyes to blink them from a distance.
Are you a gun nun?
No, I'm not.
What
I just think it's cool.
what are we happening? Are you gonna buy a soy dog? You
I'll take a slushie.
go get it. It's again. You never been
Oh.
to a gas station.
Self-serve.
I'm sorry, I'm not used to having to get my own food and drink, sir.
Yeah, I don't get tips, so
Fine. I'll go get my own slushie, and then I'll say to Vapor, steal something for this motherfucker. When I buy my slushie.
You just walked up and paraded the gas station attendant, asked a bunch of questions about gun nuns.
I was fishing for information about our job, and I got the information.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Precisely what should happen.
they do have a sponsored Spirit Bears flavor slushie.
While you are paying
It
for
tastes
your
like
slushie,
blue fizzy. It
I
tastes like
steal
blue
that.
static.
The what? What
Your
do you steal?
slushie that you're paying for.
You steal my slushie?
Just take it off of.
Yeah, I just walk out and grab it as I go without even
Yeah,
looking.
you're putting your card back in your wallet, and you hear ding as the door closes as Paper leaves with your slushie.
I get another slushie.
Yeah.
That I leave. I'll
So
tell.
after you're done paying, I buy all the soy dogs, like all of them. And as I'm walking out, I put them in front of the bear, get in the car.
Excellent.
Yeah, so the slicers seem to have like a hollow defense business. Do you know where they are? Do we know your affiliation?
Vapor has a faraway look in her eyes when you mention that.
No, I mean, like, do we as characters know of your affiliation?
Well, actually, she was trying to keep her calls private, but then I think like Shaman just showed up behind her in one of them because of the similar name.
Your calls are private. Your
Yeah.
speaking voice isn't. Like
Same thing. Either way, yeah. So one of us might know, and up to you if you bring it up.
Sounds like that's where we need to go first. Then, anyone know where they're at?
Yeah,
You wanna
Vapor is
go-
like far away, looking in her eyes while like sipping on her slushie, and eventually she grunts.
That's coming out of your cut, Vapor.
Yeah, she grunts just like vague,
Vapor?
uncommitted affirmation.
Do you know where they would be?
She mumbles something under her breath. Still hard to hear what she says before
Look, if
she
you've got something to say, share it.
gives an address. She gives an address for what she knew as one of their probably like their main headquarters.
This bear slushie is really good. A good thing I have auto drive.
You have both hands off the wheel holding the slushy. Your feet are still on the pedals, and then the arms just are reaching over you.
Mhm.
So this is where we're going to find the nano slicers?
Unless they moved. She like glances away while saying that.
Thank you for the information.
Let's go talk to them so we don't get, shanked for bringing holy weapons.
She's gripping her slushy very hard. It's like starting to crinkle, and like the parts of the plastic cup are starting to crinkle slightly.
Hey, that cost $12.50.
She like looks at
Yeah.
you in shock, like that much?
Yes, this is the only place that's open in this godforsaken part of the city.
Yeah. So as you're driving
She
deeper
offers you
into
half a
town,
slushy.
you're right. There is nothing else open besides or around that gas station at
Yeah.
all. There's just that gas station. And as you're driving closer into town, who has the best ears? I think someone had robot ears.
Vapor.
Yeah. Give me a notice roll.
All right. Well, so my notice is a whole -1, but my ears will buff it to a +1 from that, I believe. No, it's just narrative stuff. Okay.
In which case, maybe not the person. Does anyone have better than 0 on notice?
So yeah, someone
I
give
do.
me a
Then maybe the shaman.
Yeah.
When I hear something, I know
notice
exactly where it is. That doesn't mean I'm good at hearing things.
Okay.
You have selective hearing.
All right, wisdom.
Well,
That's 12.
I literally like I think occasionally you'll see Vapor like
Justice.
rubbing her ear slightly. Her ear implant came with tinnitus.
With tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Secondhand
used.
ears.
It was used, so it had a quirk.
Yeah. Anywho. Curtis, have you ever heard an ATV?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's like 40 of them down the road behind you.
All-terrain violence. Honor
Another reason
6.
to buy grenades.
Oh,
Hey,
I sit
son, you
down
might want to get us the
That means
fuck out of here.
go fast.
Yeah. I go fast, and because of my what are my foci? I think let's see here. Speed of any vehicle you drive is increased by 1 point. So the car has speed 1 instead of speed 0.
Cool. All right, what are you doing?
I'm
Driving
getting away. I'm
faster.
driving fast.
All right. With you're driving with the explicit goal of getting away.
Yes.
I believe that's a chase then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to the chase rules.
Yep.
Back to the chase rules. I'm so happy there's chase rules.
The fleeing vehicle runs. The driver makes a drive skill check, usually modified by dexterity and adding vehicle speed, and then we can do things to assist that.
Okay, so
Wait.
+1 for speed. But you guys could do stuff to help, so.
Yes.
Yeah. You know,
Can we see the ATVs at this point, or are we far enough ahead?
Is it too
If we're having a
foggy?
chase, I assume we can.
all we know is that they are just using chase to define what happens, because there's the rule set for them. Currently, the situation is Curtis heard a whole bunch of ATVs behind you, and then
Okay.
said, "Floor it, ATV's coming." So now you're trying to floor it to get away from an unknown problem.
Each pursuing vehicle makes a dex check.
Each pursuing vehicle.
We're gonna need
So
we're
you-
gonna need 80 d6 for these
40
40.
d20.
Yeah.
They will be doing no such thing. They move as a pack.
Okay, that's fine.
Excellent. It's
Is my
actually
rank
one
They're
eight?
really
ATV
good
and
at
39
formation.
sidecars.
They're really good at formation driving, and if one of them slows down or goes out of formation, the entire thing,
Kids
like a
won't,
school of
yeah.
fish, is just
Mhm.
follows.
Okay.
All right.
So
So it would be.
if we can't see them, they can't see us, so that's good.
So -2.
Is that minus?
Flying
Minus is
doesn't
good.
matter.
Cancel out.
I believe.
Yeah, minus is good.
Because these are technically supposed to be modifiers to the so
to
How
your
hard
roll.
yeah.
To a number we're supposed to
To the
hit.
pursuing vehicles roll.
So our things that we do will buff Jordan's roll. Those modifiers below will either penalize or buff the pursuer's roll.
So they're at a flat 0 for knowing the terrain better, but they can't see you.
So the procedure for this is the driver of the fleeing vehicle makes the roll. We modify that roll, and then the pursuer tries to beat that roll.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So you guys try and help in any way possible.
No, you roll
So
first.
you make your
You roll
roll
first
first,
and then
we
we
modify
try
it.
to help.
Drive
right, but-
first.
Drive,
But you can't. You
make
guys
a drive
do
skill
stuff that would
check.
help.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Drive first.
Okay,
You set the standard.
10.
10.
That's already quite
Okay.
good.
Base 10 DC. Now we can do things that add +1 usually, or up to +3 if it's something very out of the box and phenomenal.
I mean,
I
easy
have no
answer here.
ideas.
Can I shoot behind us?
No, that's vehicle combat. That's what happens if we fail here.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And we can't see them
Okay.
or each other. Like
No.
according to Indigo.
I
we
wasn't
can't see them.
intending to try and hit anything, but
Unless
Fair
we
enough.
have something that's fully automatic, I don't think we could lay down even distracting fire or suppressing fire. So
Okay.
I can't think of anything.
Necessary
Do we have
skill
anything
checks. What have I got?
Drop behind us.
I don't know. Do
Slushies.
you? Slushies?
No, these things are 1250.
I think I get it back at the end of the scene. Hang on. I'm
Yeah, I
not
said this
familiar
is
enough with these summoning rules.
Yeah, no. Everything we had
Uh,
scene-wise comes back.
So worst case, if they meet me at the 10, I can use my vehicle mod to give me a +1 to that drive check, so it'll be 11. Or if they totally blow me out of the water, I could re-roll the drive check with my foci.
Probably wouldn't work.
Oh, it is. Damn it.
Because technically on the 2d6 I rolled a 5, so that's a pretty roll, a pretty low roll for me.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Unless we start shooting.
Right? I guess the ATVs make their roll.
Now we go to the modifier.
So they have their base setup for what their drive and dex skills are. They cannot see you, so that's -2. Flying doesn't matter. There is no spotter. They know the local terrain better, so they get a bonus for that.
+2. So
Yep,
we're now at
So-
mod 0.
mod 0. The pursuit is half-hearted or obligatory. Why run if you don't want to be chased?
So they get a -1?
Are they
Yeah,
chasing
They
us
get a
with intent?
no.
Okay.
It's half-hearted or obligatory. So there is
Okay,
a
it is.
minus
Yeah,
one.
they're
My
not-
point is, most of the impetus for the chase is that you're running away.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
not
okay.
specifically chasing us
Okay.
more than just because we're there. So yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
it's their roll -1.
Yep. So that's a flat roll.
Okay.
Got a 6.
Nice.
We win.
Yeah, we get away.
We get
Yeah.
away.
You don't know. You blast forward, and you no longer hear ATVs in the distance.
It's a saying in this neighborhood. You hear ATVs.
But you hear the
run. Apparently, there's some sort of rhyme that I don't remember right now for it.
as you say
ATVs,
that, you
flee.
pass by a billboard that says, "If you hear ATVs, ... run." Just on a sign.
ATV equal flee.
Yes.
It's like one of those click it or ticket flashing signs.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah,
you pull up in front of the totally not a circuit city that the nano slicers used to work out of.
Vapor is like curled up into a ball, basically.
Yeah. The parking
As
lot looks to be about the same, with the exception of the spectral were hyenas that are new.
Mm. I'm gonna imagine those aren't real.
Mm-hmm.
They're new, but they have bone glaives for some reason. Also made of spirit, it appears.
as everybody else gets out of the car and Vapor doesn't, I head around the car and sit in the back seat with her and just try and have a little bit of a conversation.
She like looks at you.
Listen, it's pretty easy to tell that this isn't somewhere that you really want to be right now. Do I have that right? I have something that might be able to help with that if you're interested. Look, I have this, and I just kind of pull out I guess must be ingested.
Oh, it is drugs.
It's drugs.
You give her a weed cookie.
A little vial of something. It looks to be pretty bright purple. It's very, very small. It's like
It's a
hardly
Jello
bigger than the
shot.
size of a pill. Yeah. But this will make it so that you're still perfectly fine going forward. You can do this, but whatever happens, you're not going to remember it. So if things go bad, you don't have to worry.
I hate the
You'll be okay.
implications of this hitman drug.
Ever?
No, never. You will never remember it again. You can do whatever it is that you want or that you need to do, and you won't
She grabs
remember.
it.
So eat that, and then you'll be fine.
She doesn't eat it right now.
I knock
Okay,
on the-
so are we good for the job then?
She clenches her jaw and gets out of the car.
I nod, make sure to like fold the shelf or like the pocket on the inside of the clothing back over where you see there are way more stuff in there.
Yeah,
and then
you,
just
you
to
close your
join around
dealer
stuff you.
pocket.
Yeah.
Uh,
The other two wouldn't have noticed, but Sal, you do notice. There's a whole bunch of broken glass in the back seat. Just like a lot of broken glass.
Is there more broken glass than would account for by the
No.
windows?
It's all from the windows. It just apparently the two people back there did nothing about it.
It's armored clothing. It's fine. We just could sit on it.
We'll just have to deal with it later. No problem.
no, I'll
Saying
have
you're
to
gonna
deal with it later.
Yeah.
Just say you notice, but the other two didn't care.
In which case, when I get up and get out of the car, I start brushing the broken glass out and then look at the rest of the team and we're like, all right, are we good to go?
Yeah, Vape, do you need to like give us a introduction or something, or? Okay. If you
Then
just
we'll follow
introduce,
your lead.
I'll do the talking because I point at,
Oh.
I do this, and then I point at my abs.
Them. No, she shakes her head
What?
violently. This is bad. Okay. She's like chewing on one of her fingers, kind of as a nervous tick, and more like, yeah. And then she says, "I need a favor."
What sort of a favor?
I need to find out who shot all those people. And they probably know.
What people are you talking about? Oh, wait. Do you mean? Oh, right, that thing where a whole bunch of people were killed. Oh, right, it was like the leaders of all different gangs. Is that what you're talking about?
Does this have to happen now?
They probably know, and we're at their front door.
This can't be like an off the clock thing.
Do you want to come back
Or do you-
through all of what we just drove through?
I glare at
I mean, you could get someone's phone number while we're here, and then you can just call them. I mean, I don't know why we have to like double dip.
Look, if this is important to Vapor, it's probably something that we should do. She wouldn't be asking without a reason, right, Vapor?
I look simultaneously grateful and completely out of my depth to have someone else standing up for me. So I am grateful, but have no idea how to look it.
Do you think this is information that they won't want to part with?
Probably.
Okay, so you might have to do some clickety clacks.
They're the best in the business, other than the corpse.
So
I think
you want
hacking them in
So
other
you think
ways
you're
might
not
work.
as good as them?
I think it might be easier to.
convince them?
Oh, you just want to talk it out of them. Which is why you need, and I point at our face.
Point at the abs.
I point
Why
at
you
the
need
face and then I point at
It's
the
right,
abs.
me.
All right, I undo a couple buttons of my armor trench coat.
Put on some cologne.
No, wait, I have fancy clothes. I could put on my fancy clothes. Does that give me anything? Clothing fashionable?
You could put on a sudden show here. Isn't that once per session? Or how?
One per
often?
week.
One per
It's
week.
once per-
Oh, has it been a
Is it
week
week
yet?
or
It probably
month?
hasn't. We haven't established, but I'm assuming that it's been about a day because we didn't establish.
Yeah, once per game week.
Yeah,
should make
no,
sure
it's
to
not
track our
been a
time
week.
more
We
carefully.
should we should set an establishment because the game doesn't. We'll get to that later.
So a mission per week unless
I
we say
can-
otherwise.
I can fix that. Go about your
Oh,
business. Elf.
basically, I wasn't gonna care until
Oh,
So
all of
much
the game
all
things
of the
make
game
us care.
mechanics are once per day /week. All my hacking stuff is every 6 days I get to create. Yeah, it's nonsense.
God. I was just gonna do the like month downtime thing when you like took a month off, then you gotta pay rent. I'm just assuming rent's covered while you're working.
No, we need to know some things every single day, especially when it comes
Oh my
to mods. There's
We'll
not.
probably just do one
we
mission
need
a
to
week.
time track.
We'll get to
Yeah,
it.
one
We'll
mission,
figure it out later.
one
but
mission
probably
a
one
week
mission
is a good
Yeah.
default. And if we need more granular time than a week, that would be within the context of a mission. So it's like I
Yeah.
need a day, then it's like, all right, you kill a day in mission time.
Yeah.
And otherwise we assume a week.
We'll figure. Yeah.
Yeah. So do we knock?
There's all the spirits out front.
I don't think those are real. I'm just gonna
They're
walk up to the
new.
door.
Yeah, she lets you walk up first just in case they are real. But if they
I do so
Yeah.
following with a large smile on my face.
You walk up to
Because
the
that's what you do.
door, and
Customers.
spectral flames shoot up in front of the door. And then flashing across the spectral flames is unauthorized access. Or, yeah, something like that.
I knock.
You go to knock. You get like a wave from Vapor. She goes as if she's going to knock on the door, and then like flips her middle finger at the camera. That's legitimately probably the secret. Like they're very they're very trolly. That's the secret entrance sign. Like something like a rude gesture at the door. They're from what I remember about the nano blades, they're very punk. Like they'll just hack people to hack people and for fun.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the nano slicer.
Nano slicers, yeah.
You give the nano slicer secret handshake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's something stupid, and the flames recede. Before they do, they say that's an old password. Proceed with it. It flashes old password. Proceed with caution.
So it lets them in, but gives a warning, or doesn't let us in.
It lets you. It like the flames die.
Okay.
The spectral flames disappear.
Mm. I'll open the door.
No, it's regular lock.
It's just regularly locked.
It's regular lock. Yeah.
I knock, or I look at the camera and go, can we talk to you guys? We might have a business proposition for you.
You know, you don't hear anything, and but you do hear that, like, from there's not like a speaker or any out, but there is like a buzz.
Yeah, and that means the door's unlocked. Yeah, so I'll open the door and wave my compatriots through.
Perfect. Yeah. Looking like she would rather do anything but Vapor enters.
As y'all walk towards the door, all of the werehyenas turn and look at you.
Lovely.
This is
I
feeling a
wait
lot
until
like,
the back of the group and just look at the where Hyena's back, still smiling a customer service smile.
I'm getting a whole our kingdom's everything the light touches, but this is the dark place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You go inside. It's basically a circuit city, except instead of shelves, they're server racks because this is a hacking cooperative. But
They call it
also,
Rack City.
but also because they're criminals and don't have a real infrastructure, it is just random computer parts strewn across the racks that have rat's nest of wires, like snaking up the support pillars and stuff. Really DIY giant server farm.
Mm. Is there someone at like the front desk or whatever, like the cashier counter?
Yeah, the cashier area has all been cleared off, and there's cool chrome gangsters there. They're not chrome, sorry. They that's the security risk, but they all have matching eye band.
Yeah, we had those
art.
phasers,
Yeah.
visors.
AR eye like thing. They all have the matching one of those. A lot of repeating haircuts. So much hairspray, the building might be a fire hazard.
I pop my collar a little more.
Good, yes.
Yep.
You'll fit in. No one has a flat collar.
Yep.
How
And
do you
also,
do,
very
fellow
few people are wearing.
hackers?
Also, very few people are wearing shirts under whatever else that
Ooh.
has a collar that's popped. You match almost perfectly.
I undo the
Vapor
final
like
button.
pulls her hoodie closer.
And yeah, most of them are kind of like zonked out in their chair to some degree, plugged into their server system. Some of them are like eating lunch. It does look like
many of
today's
them-
nacho day.
How many of them are there about?
I don't, a smattering.
Mm.
More than
Enough
is
of a fully
responsible for
auto
4.
shotgun.
Yeah, mostly more than 4 people should reasonably consider shooting
Yeah,
the whole
more.
room's worth.
The
This is their
important
headquarters.
numbers, thank you.
Yeah, more
more
than
than
I can
we can
hack
take.
either, because these guys probably all can fight me in hacking. Like this is.
Yeah.
They're better at hacking
You
than shooting.
do. When you think about, I can't out hack the whole room. You do turn and you do see the hacker's octagon.
Of course.
Which is
Octagon.
a a UFC ring that they have set up where 2 hackers jack into the same computer to fight.
Yep.
And
It's
there's
almost
the drop down screens up top that show like the
it's almost a
internet battle.
Yu-Gi-Oh-esque duel system where their programs get summoned in front of them, like like monsters.
But they are just kind of leaning back in chairs.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, because that's the best way to hack and fastest.
Yeah, with your mind, man.
Perfect.
Who's in charge? Who can make deals here?
Maurice, I don't know the name. If there's already a set name, then I say the set name for the leader. Are they still here? If there isn't a set name, it's Maurice because I said so.
Yeah, Maurice, I guess. Yeah.
Cool.
Alright.
You don't see Maurice in the lobby. He never hangs out in the lobby, but you walk in. We've set the scene for what the area looks like. We have our face. It does seem our hacker is being coy. I'm assuming the shaman is picking something up off the ground.
I'm just sort of wandering around, and at one point I open up my coat, and the rat just hops out and starts skittering around. He's stealthy, so
yeah. So I think, and our corpo assassin, I do believe, is on Overwatch as usual.
I am just smiling very, very happily at everyone who looks at me. I just want to make their day better.
Yeah, they're mean mugging back at you. So all that leaves is Abs. What do you do to get someone's attention?
I go over to the nacho bowl and say, like, who here can make a deal?
The guy next to you pushes you aside and reach for the nachos, and it's what kind of deal? Is he scooping chips?
Something that's probably above your pay grade, Muscles. I need the hot shot here. I need the head honcho.
They don't take kindly to that. Give me a roll to avoid offense.
Talk? Perform because I'm acting macho and I'm not macho.
I like performing.
I don't know what this strategy is. Just talking to the first person you can. Take me to your leader.
Yeah. I would prefer perform if I can do perform.
I think so.
Perform gangster.
Yeah, I'm trying to be gangster. A 9.
Yeah, you get to do a little bit more work, but it's not a not a success. But not like an outright failure. You're not starting a fighting match immediately. But you do get the what do you need? What are you doing here?
Look, guys, I can see that you're really busy with the stuff that you're doing right now.
You say from
It's your
across the
break
food court.
time. No, I'm still next to him.
Okay.
I'm like, it's your break time. You're having nachos. You're playing this very difficult game to play. We just want to make it so the person who's supposed to be dealing with the stuff, person who's actually supposed to not be on break, that we can take up their time instead of yours.
So you need a moderator. Can we get a moderator? So he calls out.
Oh no, not the Discord mod.
Yeah.
Dude comes out with a huge hammer.
Man hammer.
You get someone coming out in a
fedora.
weirdly not a fedora, but a purple leather coat that does shimmer.
Yes.
Shimmery purple leather coat with the standard eye band. No hair, but they do have like a weird cyber tiara, like cyber circlet on their bald head. And
Thank you for
obviously
your help.
they have double power glove cyber deck.
Which isn't very helpful, but they do.
Not good at all. Double power glove cyber deck. And this person walks up to you and says, "You need a moderator."
Yeah. Yeah. Is there somewhere more private we can cut a deal?
Yeah, step into my office, and takes you into an aisle.
Step into my private voice channel.
Yeah, it's just an aisle.
Yeah. Yeah, I just step into the
But it
aisle.
gestures for you to like step into the aisle.
I follow.
The
Yeah,
two of you, he steps in behind you, so the two of you are kind of cornered in this aisle
mhm.
with the moderator. He's between you and the exit,
Yeah,
kind
that's
of.
Meh, that's fine.
fine.
Um,
So,
Paper's
so
sticking close
business
to Shaman.
must be good with those hollow defenses, huh?
oh, you saw those?
Oh,
You
I
think
saw
we
them at
cooked up?
the gas station as well. Must be expanding.
Oh, we had a lot of fun with that gas station. That
Mm.
spirit bear, something big. Bigger the better when it comes to these. The ghosts are afraid of them. They think they're
They
real
are.
ghosts.
You see, that's great for being on the defensive. You got a little hideout. Great to have those. Have you ever thought about offensive capabilities?
What do you mean? As
Believe.
he flexes his power gloves, as if
Yeah.
you think that, as if you're supposed to know that's a threat. They don't look like weapons
Yep.
to you. They look like they're made of plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you?
That like
Have
cheap
you-
plastic, like he's like,
Yeah, it's a hacker threat somehow.
Yeah,
You
what
have
does that
no. The
mean?
flight goes right over your head.
Yeah. These are all fine for if you want to like stay at your Radio Shack, but what happens when you gotta, go
Is this
out?
a sales pitch? Are you trying to sell us
I'm sales
something?
pitch.
I imagine
Yes,
no one
I'm
knows in the modern in like this world what Radio Shack means. It's just some kind of insult.
It's an insult.
What
Now,
are you selling?
I'm not personally selling it, my friend. I am coming on behalf of someone who would like to start doing
What are
some
you doing
business.
here then? What they should be here then?
You see, they're gonna make their big debut. You know how these corps work. You know. Um. So how would you feel?
What corp?
The Church of the
Restful
Undying,
Dead.
Restful Dead, Church of the
That's a
Grateful Dead.
church. That's a church. What do you mean corp?
Everyone is bought by a corp. Don't look at me and think you know.
How do you know where I'm looking? You see this eye band? You can't tell where my eyes are.
Now they want to, the fall festival.
Oh, I love the fall festival.
We love fall festival. They
You
have
think
an idea. Go on.
I was just gonna say we got something nice cooked up for the fall festival.
You see
We're on
now.
ghost security. We got the city hall to shell out for ghost security.
Ooh, you see. You know what's better than ghost security? Taking it at the ghosts. These churchies want to come in here and bring their ghost guns, which I know you're gonna think, oh, guns don't work on ghosts. They do. I've seen it with my own eyes.
You know what else works on ghosts? Swords.
Yeah, but then you gotta
He
get up
gestures
close
to
to
his
the
back,
ghost.
and he has a keyboard sword.
He's
Yeah.
a keyboard warrior.
It's a keyboard sword, clearly.
It's like a sword they've attached like little keyboard things, so it doesn't do anything.
There's buttons on it.
Yep.
No, it's
It
worse than
changes
that. It's
the
a
RGB.
keyboard. It's a keyboard that they've put razor blades along the side of and a handle at the bottom.
I was like, he has it in his leather jacket. So he pulls up the jacket, and there is a keyboard with a handle on it and a really sharp edge. Like, it also works on those ghosties.
Now, well, that's all well and good. you want some distance on those ghosties, right? You don't want to have to get in their face all the time.
I ask again, are you recruiting?
I'm just saying there's an overlap of business opportunity here, and I just want to make sure that there's going to be no toes stepped on. Perhaps this could be a start of a great business relationship between you two.
You think they're gonna kill all the ghosts?
No, of course not.
You can't kill all of the ghosts.
Of course not. But
They
we
feed
just
off
want to.
the energy of the dying earth. Everyone knows that.
Of course.
Popular misconception.
We are just coming to make sure that your crew isn't going to get too upsetty spaghetti, as I believe you guys say, about
Who's
you know,
saying that we're gonna get all upset?
no
I
one's
believe
saying
the
it.
term
I'm
is
just
tilted.
Who is? Who's
I'm
calling us yellow bellied?
no one's calling you yellow bellied. I'm just saying that you just could be
If you
no
wouldn't
one.
mind, can I maybe show you a sample of what would be coming in? I don't want to pull out a weapon without their permissions.
I mean, sure. I'm still not sure what you're asking me.
We're just wanting to make sure that if these come in, you're not going to be upset about it. And it's
I
going to be
pull out
kosher.
the ghost gun and hand it over to Stunt, who's still doing the talking.
Very nice. A little bit gaudy. Probably some redecorating, but I could make this work. And he puts it in his coat.
She gave it to Stunt. She didn't give it to.
Oh, sorry.
I gave it to Stunt, but I totally have no objection if he ends up taking it, if that's what makes the deal go through.
Yeah, with this, you could shoot all kinds of spooky guys.
Okay. Are they for sale? Are you selling me the gun? I thought you
No.
said
You would
weren't.
be with keeping this one. You would be the first to have it. You would be before the unveiling. And if you happen to know of any local ghosts in the area, you can show that you guys know how to do offense better than defense. Nothing
Of
is
course
going to
we
touch
do.
you.
And he grabs the gun. We're the best around. You seen the octagon?
Of course, that looks leet.
All right. We're stealing stuff.
No, well, I'm not.
I'm the
So one
So-
of us is.
so the rat is a spirit of curiosity. It has stealth and notice.
Okay.
So it's doing recon.
Finding the most valuable little thing.
I mean,
Or-
whatever might ping its senses. Now, spirits on their own don't really know how to use human tech. So I don't know what the rat would think is valuable, but it is a spirit of
Yeah.
curiosity. I will leave
Give
that
me
in
a
the hands of
notice
the
roll
DM.
for rat search.
What wires might it chew on?
Yeah.
It loves that nacho cheese.
No, we had a good roll. I do not want to waste a nacho
Yeah,
cheese.
the nacho cheese. It can smell the artificial synth
It's not dead.
melt of it.
It's not dead cheese. It doesn't care.
Fair. Needs more mold.
It can also eat the spirit of the nacho cheese.
I mean, if it's a spirit of curiosity, what's interesting around here? What's different than what it would see in any other tech setting?
Yeah, I mean, what's
Probably like
interesting for the
Because the
rat?
rat is just its shape; it doesn't actually.
Yeah,
like the
it has
spider.
it has human intelligence. So
The
I
instincts
told
are
it to go look
curiosity.
around and tell me what it can find. But it has a curious nature, so it will poke around pretty much anywhere.
Yeah. It had. I mean, this building has some interesting. When the rat comes back to report, you learn some interesting things. Lots of rat traps that use tasers. As their main power source. This you're assuming is for ghost rats. Going concern in this neighborhood. rat-sized ghosts, and there's a little bit of old nacho cheese that they glob in there to act as bait for both real rats and ghost rats.
The dead cheese thing isn't actually a rat thing; it's a ghost thing. All ghosts love ghost cheese.
Yeah, for small incursions, they got ghost.
They got a ghost gator in one of those things.
Shaman, are you keeping your conversations with your rat hidden right now? Because Vapor's staying close to you.
I mean, you'll probably notice me mumbling to the rat.
Yeah.
Can it
also,
talk?
Yeah.
There are also
Can it use a keyboard?
lightning based.
Not this one. I could make one to use a keyboard, but squeaky here, no. One button. It'll push a button. Oh, that's about all it'll do.
Yeah.
What is pushing a
lightning
keyboard?
based internal? Yeah. Lightning based internal defenses. That's clearly the going defense technology in this building is a lot of electricity.
So is there any specific room that's like lightning off?
The weird thing you find is the wall of arms.
Wall of arms?
Of robot arms. There's a wall with a bunch of robot limbs sticking out of it that apparently are doing some
sticking out of it.
Yeah. Like instead of where they would attach to the body, they've instead been shoved onto a wall. Or they're kind of flailing around almost randomly, and there's like a big camera that points with the whole wall in frame.
I'm gonna grab like one of the hackers and be like,
Is this new? If you point that
out,
is
a sex thing? Is this a?
That is new. It is
That's
new.
new.
It's new.
Is that in the main room?
It's not hidden. It's a whole wall.
Okay. Why are you videotaping the? I don't want to call it the touchy wall, but it seems like a touchy wall.
That's our random number generator.
Are they just going like this?
It's the aggregate of the position of all of the flailing cyber limbs.
Got it.
For encrypted access to all of our files so no one can get in. Pretty cool, right? We built it real recently.
That is a word you could use, yes. I wouldn't. But... Can you make them all do this?
I mean, that would defeat the whole purpose of the... Yeah, but yeah.
Be stylish.
There's a mode for that, isn't there? I know your type.
Yeah, there's the button, the fuck you button. The big wobble wall.
It's literally a button that's just this.
Yeah, he walks over and hits it, and they all go, fuck you.
In that moment, can I wire?
Oh, you figured out where all the limbs... You figured out where the legs came from?
No. In that moment, can I wirelessly hack their server while the random number generator encryption is down during that split second?
One moment.
It's not. It wouldn't be down. It would just.
It's at a specific setting right now.
That's fair. Okay. I need to know
their encryption key.
This is new. Well, I don't know what the number.
You know their encryption key for that moment. I'd say.
I don't know the key. I just know that it isn't changing. So no, I'm not gonna hack it.
All you know is that it's not changing. It's that thing where the random number is based on the camera as opposed to like an algorithmically generated random number.
So hack the camera so you can see the camera and you can figure things out.
I might later, but hacking is a lot harder to... Hacking is not a thing... So in Stars Number, you can hack something and then remote access it weeks later. That's also a thing you can do in real-life hacking. In Cities Without Number hacking, that you hack things for minutes and then you're gone. You don't leave behind traces you can get back into later.
Also, too, I did not write a network map for this.
Yeah, I'm not hacking it. Right now, the network map is don't.
Yeah, the only reason we're at this building is y'all said you wanted to go to this building, which is fine and dandy.
Yeah.
I did not prep a network map.
No,
for
the network map
the
for this is
hacker
probably
circuit
one
city.
of the like then short of corporations, this is the hacker gang. So like
Oh, it has like 20 nodes.
we're not ready for this.
Some like
It's
obnoxious
like a network
number of
labyrinth.
nodes.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like a poorly designed one too. Like the corporate ones are streamlined. There's 7 different video streaming nodes.
Yeah, each like I'm imagining each node is okay. If you do ever plan this, my idea is each node is
Oh,
based
I
off
will
a
be writing
different
the network
retro
map for
video
this.
game.
Ooh.
Yeah, I will be writing a network map for this location now that we've been here, because it means that you may want to go back to that. But I did not prep the network map for
No, I'm just
the
kind
Nano
of
Slicer
gathering
headquarters.
info for now, which might help me
Yeah.
weeks later, but probably not still.
This wouldn't. Wait, I'm not saying it's not going to matter later, because remember, we work off of schemes in this game.
True.
And the scheme currently is taking place in this district. So if you continue down this line, you will probably have more run-ins with the nano slicers and stuff around this town.
Yes, what I mean is most of the info you get that will literally help your hacking rolls has to be gotten within a few weeks, I think, of doing the hack. So we'll see if it matters.
Well, what we can short form that that notice roll to then is an accurate layout of the space.
Yeah.
That we can do it later. But yeah, Vapor's sort of like keeping to herself right now since she wasn't asked to come forward, so she's staying in the back near a shaman while Stunt and Cell do most of the talking.
And you just wanted to know how they did their big assassination
I want
thing?
to know
Is that all?
who killed the people.
Oh, who did it? Okay.
Who killed the people? Which, if you know the story,
Uh,
these guys hacked the people shut.
Oh, who
Someone
hired them to do it?
killed them. And
Well, it's not even a matter
not
of who
clear
hired
that it was separate, or it could have been the same one as these guys. It could have been different from these guys. No one knows who killed them, or at least no one is saying that they know who killed them.
To clarify the story again, the third in command of every single gang in this area was walked into a specific spot and just has stood there. So the theory is that some gang out there saw, hey, look, there's all of our rivals and one of our guys. Let's take them all out at once. So it's a matter of who actually shot that rocket.
Got it. Okay.
Who killed all of the cybered up leaders of the other gang?
Third in
Other
command, I
gangs,
think
yeah.
you said?
Oh no, just third in command, because the first and second in command, there's a little bit of a war going on there of, hey, is it good to be cybered when we don't know if the nano slicers have gotten to you yet? How safe is it if you have cyber, or do you actually need to be all natural to be in control? So there's a bit of in the command structures at the moment. Because
So
everyone
the
is
hedge
cybered.
gangs don't like you have to remove your cyberware or deactivate it if you're too high up.
Exactly, and for some reason,
Depends on the
people
gang.
who are cyber do not like that idea.
That's fair, and they probably don't go out as much if they don't have cyberware active because it's violent.
So just to clarify, this dude is saying that if the gun nuns come in, they're not gonna have a problem with it. Or do I have to convince him not to have a problem with it?
You're just the goal is to get the gun nuns a spot at the Fall Fest so they can have their little gun booth.
Okay.
I assume we have to go to City Hall for that, though. We're right now just
Unless
getting
we just
these
shack up
guys
with
to
these
stay.
dudes.
You're just double checking with the nano slicers that they're not going to
Oppose it.
oppose it. From the moderator you're talking to, he doesn't seem to have a problem with it. He will be keeping the pistol you showed him.
Yeah.
Perfect. If
Yeah,
you
that's
don't
a
mind
freebie.
just signing right here, and I basically pull out my phone, and it's the contract that I've apparently been writing in the car, basically saying we have no problems with the nuns.
Yeah, sure. And he reaches for your phone.
Mm,
Yeah, I'll
he's gonna
hand it.
take your phone.
I'm
Takes your
handing it
phone.
to.
He holds it in his big
Power
glove hand. And with the other big power glove finger, signs it. It takes a little bit longer. From your perspective, of course it did because of the giant cyber power glove. And he hands it back to you and says, I mean, I'm not City Hall, but have fun with your booth. I guess I'll see you
Thank
at the
you
Fall
very
Fest.
There's one more. This is a personal thing. Um, I'm not sure if you know exactly who I am.
I don't.
Cool. I pull up my IMDb page.
Jesus Christ. This is my Twitch profile. I have this many followers.
Oh, he
Mm.
says, "Cool. Can I see that?"
This is, I'm fairly well known.
Oh, okay.
Now, I would like to make a little quid pro quo with you. You wouldn't happen to know
You want me to
who?
boost your IMDb score?
No, 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 no. I'm saying I can mobilize my fan base with within this week for you if you need for anything. I just need some information.
Why do I want you look around? Why do I need your fans?
If you want something done that doesn't lead back to you.
Things don't get back to the nano slicers. And he shows me
Speaking
his
of
cool
which,
keyboard sword again.
Mm. Now you see,
But do you maybe ever have a need for a little bit of muscle? I know that that's sometimes a different skill set than the incredibly elite skills that you guys have.
We got muscle. We're not all just clicky clacky nerds here. We could
no, of
fight. You
course,
see the octagon?
of course, but
They're not going to accept the idea that they need help. They're so
I
cool and so good at hacking that nothing can stop them, not even bullets.
I can mobilize 200 people for you, like that.
What do you want now? I got your gun. Signed your little form.
I just want to know who is behind the massacre of 1776 or whatever it's called.
the Hedge Massacre, yeah.
Who told you
Yeah,
about that?
the
I mean,
news.
it's
Tell them to
fairly
keep their
common
mouth shut. Get the hell out of my store.
Now, friend, listen. Now, I am just a humble man of the people. Some call me a voice of the people.
You're a no good operator.
I could be your no good operator, though.
You don't think we have operators?
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying you don't have anyone like me. I point to my abs.
Give me up for 4.
Wait, didn't I have to make a goal for the hedge? Current gang
11?
goals. Make inroads on a new profitable prime. Uh,
All right. Can I hold those? And he reaches out.
For my abs.
Runs a power gloved finger down your abs.
I guess not.
I mean, if
We'll
you
make a
want to
model
touch
of
them, you
you
can.
for
They're real. I mean,
All right. So, stand still, and he points the power glove at you.
I T-pose.
Yeah, perfect. And he scans and goes behind you. You'll make a fine spirit warrior.
Yes.
Give you even more abs.
Now, in exchange, can you give me that name?
What
we
name?
know you know absolutely everything about what goes on in the Hedge District. We're just curious about
Obviously.
who actually shot the rocket.
Yeah.
Because we know you know. There's no way the nanoslicers wouldn't.
I mean,
Who
a
shot
hack
the
on that
rocket?
scale. Yeah, who shot the rocket? I mean, a hack on that scale. You had to put them all in the same place.
I
But
mean,
who shot
yeah.
the rocket?
You see the wall?
Yeah, of course. That wall is awesome. That wall is bitchin'.
Yeah. If you find out who shot the rocket, let me know. As he points to a conspicuously empty portion of the wall. We weren't done.
So, you guys hacked a bunch of people, put him in a place for this dude who shot a rocket, but you don't know who the dude is?
We were going after the cyber.
Ah.
Built on a wall. So cool. No one can hack us. We hack them to make us hack-proof.
So you don't. You're telling me you don't know who did it?
They owe us arms.
Is there any information you could give us to lead us there? You
Yeah.
know, we could do the footwork.
Sure. What's your email?
I give him
I
one
step
of my
forward and give
burner.
my emails.
All right, you deal with my assistant.
We already had those.
Exactly.
All right, well, check your inbox, and he sends you a shot of the like shrapnel, like a picture, like a crime scene photo picture from the event. That's of a piece of the shrapnel from the rocket. It does say sanctified combine, blast from God. That's the model
Blast
name.
from the past.
Blast from the past.
Slow-
Made from 100% recycled material.
Each weapon has its own slogan.
Yeah.
That's how they roll.
Mm-hmm.
Each weapon is a product.
Do you know of any of the gangs who have been using Sanctified Combine a lot lately?
Everyone. They sell the rockets.
I think we
Good
need to go to
point.
them.
Mhm.
Thank you. I hope my avatar has a 18 pack.
18. Those are rookie numbers.
Oh, sorry. Listen, I don't dwell in the cyberspaces a lot. But you guys know what you're doing, and I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
you saw the were hyenas with the bones.
Yeah,
bone
those
blades?
were metal.
Yeah, those were jibbies, and he's dumb. He can't even do a good
Whoa.
hollow ghost. I make the good ones.
Nice. Am I gonna be a hollow ghost?
I mean, yeah, that's what the scan was for.
Nice.
Thank you so much for your time, for this photo, and for the signature on the contract.
Mhm.
If there's nothing else that we can do to help you out, we'll be headed
Enjoy
up.
that gun.
He pulls it out and mimes shooting it at you.
Oh.
He has no trigger discipline.
Yeah, I try not to panic when he points the gun at me, but
Yeah.
but I go, oh, you got me. You're so good. Oh, I gotta
There's
get
a
out of here.
reason that Vapor had to buy a skill plug to get shoot 0 after growing up in this gang. They don't
Yeah,
know anything.
All right. Thanks for your help. I go to leave.
Right.
Yeah. I follow and kind of just
Yeah.
gesture at the others,
Vapor follows
smiling
as well.
madly.
Vapor, as you leave, you get a flash across your HUD. Later, Vapor.
I mark it as red.
You give it the thumbs
And block
up.
the read receipt and keep walking.
Yeah, it's probably like the VPR or something is probably her like call sign. Her
Yeah. They just want to let you know that they know you were there.
Yeah.
Even though you're being so chill about it.
Vapor, like, once we get outside, Vapor, like, stumbles around the corner and then, like, throws up out of nervousness. And then puts her...
Was it that bad?
I think that's where we cut to credits.
Also,
Vapor...
she puts her gun back in the holster that she was holding tightly underneath her hoodie the whole time.
Yeah, but we get the credits rolling, like, half screen, with Vapor throwing up in the bush on the other half of the screen. As that's the first chunk of this mission. Maybe I lied at the start. Maybe I did figure out enough to keep us for more than one session.
When Vapor gets back up, I'm there with a phone asking, "Can you clean this, please?"
I was gonna say, she says, like, wiping her mouth. Yeah.
Already
we
has
need
a
the
different
contract
background.
and we need the photo. That's it.
Yeah, all we got was a photo for you, dog. Sorry.
I can work with it. Thanks.
Pile in. Let's go to City Hall.
I think she smiles. That's where we end things.
A damn waste of time.
Don't forget your mouse.
Rat. It's
No.
rat.
I just dismiss it.
Oh.
I can make it reappear.
Oh.
As we're driving, I make it reappear on your steering wheel.
I was gonna say you can just like throw the rat and then summon it back. You have a throwing weapon as a rat.
Oh my God!
Cool.
Go for the eyes, Boo.
Well, all right. Do we have any? You only get experience when you finish a mission, so
Or when
We're
you
not
finish a
gonna level
goal.
Oh,
My goal isn't completely finished yet. It is find out who was behind the Hedge District massacre.
but it does sound like you did something enough
I've
towards that. And that's going to be a longer
I've progressed it,
process.
but I don't actually know how goals work. I just know I needed one, so that's
Yeah,
bad.
I couldn't find anything in here in the book other than write some goals for character creation.
Yeah, like it doesn't give you like any
It doesn't.
yes.
No.
No, you don't get nothing.
But
You
there's an
get mission
XP
experience.
field under the goal section.
I can name goal antis.
Well,
In
that's
the character
because
sheet,
in,
there's an XP
in
field.
other because this is a Cities Without Number that's modeled on stars and worlds. Those two games have functions for goals.
I see. Well, then that's still my goal, but yeah.
I do like. We're not playing with it, but I do like the optional rule cash for levels.
I was looking at that. That
We
is
already
pure
have
cyberpunk.
skill plugs.
That's like the most OSR thing ever. It's great.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. Other campaigns might grant XP for other things, such as seeking personal goals, harming some campaign-wide nemesis. That would be a fun XP trigger.
You take
Like
down
you found the big
obtaining-
bad, harm it.
Yeah, for every
take 'em
HP
out.
of damage you deal to the nemesis, you get 1 XP.
Yeah, that's a
Well,
kaiju. That's the
well,
Power
not-
Rangers.
Not always. I mean, you could have a singular corp that the team is going up against, and every time you blood them,
Mhm.
you get experience.
Yeah, there's lots of ways.
That's fair.
But yeah,
yeah.
okay.
You know,
I'll ignore
I
the
wouldn't feel-
XP part of the goal then, but that's still my goal.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good to have goals. I'm doing mission experience for this first chunk. We can, if we're doing more with this game and wanted to do a like higher level city problem where we're less worried about the individual missions and more about dealing with the one specific scheme that's happening, maybe that would be a place where we can do more like goal based experience to break it up in between, like taking care of one big scheme.
Yeah, we're not financially
right now
stable
there's-
enough to
yeah.
focus on anything except missions.
Yeah.
Right now, there's 5 schemes happening that have missions with them. You get your experience by working on those, and then we move out of the Monster of the Week section of the story. We can reevaluate.
I still appreciated the player-driven goal there, though. So
Yes,
Yeah.
no, me
Yeah.
too. I did
I have-
actually.
I don't
about
have a
that.
goal as much as like a guiding light belief. I mean, I've just defined Curtis as an ANCAP libertarian who will live up to those ideals.
Okay, that tracks.
Yeah. My only goal
It's
is
some
make it
form of
big.
capitalism.
Make it big. I fell from grace. Now it's time to make it big again, but as a merc. So he used to be a rich boy because he was an actor.
Yeah.
Lost his house, and now he's trying to do it again.
Yeah,
He's pulling himself
Somehow-
up by his bootstraps.
yeah. Somehow my little ghost bad guy was more of a threat than the giant werewolf bad guy that I didn't know how to work great.
It's all because of initiative.
Yeah. They have
Initiative
one
and
hit
what-
die.
what rolls? Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
So, we will not be on next week. We will be
Yes.
on, I believe, the week after we're good for
Mhm.
December 7th. December
First.
1st.
You mean
I'm
December 1st.
December
yeah.
1st.
Yes. Skipping
Okay.
a week, but yeah. Cool. All right.
Then we'll
Catch
be
y'all
back
next
then
time.
for episode
Yep.
3.